What's good, John? It's your boy Big Keys. Welcome to another episode of Wrestling Talk Radio, episode 20. Hope everyone is doing good. This is the first show of the year. Hope everybody had a great new year and great holidays, man. My studio audience, thank you for joining me. Thank you. Cut. All right, anyway, so I can cut my own studio audience off. Sorry. Anyways, but yeah, we're coming first show of the year. We are on the road to WrestleMania, y'all. We are on the road to WrestleMania. I'm so excited. Royal Rumble's coming up Saturday night. Definitely excited about that. Not excited about the damn weather that we got coming up because we're supposed to get 4 to 6 inches of snow. I'm in Virginia Beach, as y'all know. We just had snow last week, and just that shit just cleared out, and we got another storm coming. So it's been, the weather here has been crazy. But anyways, before we get started, let me give a couple of shout outs. WFSB Fuego Beats. I was on the show last week, man. Thank you for having me. We were discussing the importance of coaching and getting involved in youth sports. I'm just going to say this real quick. Parents, practice does not end at practice. It's also is at home. When you go home with your child, when you're practicing whatever the sport is, basketball, football, stay involved in your child's sports, whatever, and everything like that. Make sure you're always participating, come to the games and everything like that. You know, be their cheerleader because you're the biggest influence in their lives other than coaches. So definitely be there for your child. I'm a basketball coach myself. Shout out to my boys, Ohio State. I coach age 6 and 7. Had practice tonight. That's why I'm a little bit late and everything in regards to starting this. So I apologize in advance. But we had our practice tonight. We haven't been able to play. We played one game. We're 1-0, but due to the snow, we haven't played any of the games. But hopefully, after this clears out next week, we can play our another game. But yeah, shout out to Fuego Beast. Also, shout out to my homeboy Sean. I'm about to introduce him. Your Wrestling Fix. He's gonna tell you all about that when I introduce him. But also make sure y'all like us on Facebook. Make sure you like us on Instagram. Also, make sure y'all follow us on Twitter. We're up on Twitter, Wrestling Talk Radio at Twitter. And make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel that we're live on now. So that way y'all get updates when we go live or post content to the show. So this is the Royal Rumble show, but we're going to also talk about some other things in regards to the wrestling world. But let me bring on my guest for tonight's episode. First of all, y'all know him, Holly Street 96 host. He's been rocking with me since the beginning of this show. Dietrich, what's up, fam?
What's going on? I was waiting on the applause because, I wasn't coming in until they clapped. But yeah, this is your man D from Holly Street, host of Holly Street 96 podcast. Send a shout out to DJ Domino, Jay Boogie, Harlem Wonder. You know what I'm saying? New episode coming out February 8th. It's a Valentine's Day episode, so if you got your girl, you know what I'm saying, sit tight to the radio. You might be spinning some tunes that day. Holla at me.
All right, and shout out to Trevor, by the way. Trevor's feeling a little bit under the weather. He was supposed to be on here tonight, but Trevor's feeling a little bit under the weather. But Trevor, another person that comes out and help on the show. Get well soon, man. We're gonna get you on the next show, fam. Also, for the first time, we have a first time guest on Wrestling Talk Radio. Come on, boy. Come on.
Hey, standing O. You gotta get a standing O.
Come on. Give him a standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna stand up for this. Hold on, I gotta stand up for this.
I would stand up, but
Yes. Sean, what's good with you, fam? Welcome to the show.
I appreciate you for having me, man. It's been long overdue, man, but we're finally here.
Yes, sir. Sean, me and Sean have been rocking for almost 12 years now?
Yeah, sounds about
12
right.
years now. Me and Sean go back, man. We met at a laser tag event through my other home. Oh, shout out to Ariel, by the way.
JSNL, that whole team.
We met through Ariel. We met at a laser tag event. Then what we did? Laser tag, and then we did bowling afterwards.
I think we did bowling after that. I think we went to some spots in Lynn Haven. I think we hit
had a few drinks.
Laser tag in Lynn Haven.
That
and
night
the lanes
was fun as hell, man. I've been rocking with Sean ever since, though, man. We all catch up and everything like that, and so we've been rocking for 12 years. Been trying to get him on the show for the long.
Yeah, man. Our schedules seem to clash, man. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing the show, I'm either working or I'm working on something myself. So I'm glad that finally we were able to make it work. Everybody's schedule came together, man, and here we are. Hopefully the first of many, man.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show, man. Sean is, I guess, it's a podcast kind of Instagram. I apologize, but I know I've been liking a lot of your stuff and everything like that. Sean is if y'all don't know, Sean is a big fan of boxing. Just like he also likes wrestling, just like us. But Sean is also a big fan of boxing. I've known him that long to know that he's a huge fan of boxing and all the fights, and he knows all about all the divisions or whatever. Sean created his love of boxing has created this whole thing with Instagram, and now he has a thing called Your Boxing Fix. Sean, tell the people a little bit about the Your Boxing Fix, man.
Well, it actually just started off. I made an Instagram page, just like posting clips of current news and clips and all that stuff. So it transformed, and I actually was able to get a logo created. We got some gear that's out, some hoodies, some shirts. I got a new logo that just came out New Year's, so I'm working on getting new hoodies and new gear. We got some pro fighters that follow us, like Kelly Pavlik, Ricky Hatton, Jesse James Leha, Peter Quillen. I've talked to Roy Jones Jr. I talked to Andre Ward. So it's been cool, man. I've been watching boxing my whole life, so it's transformed now into this social media. I don't want to say giant yet, but we're working on it. Just this page, man, where I'm able to share news and clips and just talk boxing with people that enjoy boxing too. Because what I'm coming to find out is that a lot of people have memories of when they used to watch boxing, whether it was with their father or their cousin or what have you. Man, I remember watching Roy Jones when he was younger, or Mike Tyson in his prime. So it's cool to have those conversations with people. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
we got to link up after this. We got to link up.
Man.
Big boxing fan.
Yeah, we can make that happen, boss. Definitely. We'll link up.
Definitely.
How are you on the hip hop scene, though?
I'm not as big as I used to be, man. Like 2000s, I was on that whole mixtape scene when the mixtapes was cracking.
Oh, you fit right on in Holly Street, man. You got to come on down sometime, man.
Yeah, we could definitely make that work, man. We could definitely
Sean, we always doing crossover episodes, man.
Hey,
sometimes,
man.
I mean, hip hop. I'm Sean. I'm just like you from 2000s. They talk a lot of hip hop that I probably that I used to listen to back in the day. That I don't really listen to like that anymore. But I'll go on their show every so often. Yeah, we definitely do a lot of crossover.
Yeah,
episodes.
and I'm actually starting a show on the boxing. I just started the YouTube channel up, so I'm gonna be going live doing shows. So y'all know, both of y'all more than welcome to come holler at me once we get up and running. I'll keep y'all updated on when that'll happen. It's not on and popping yet, but once we get going, y'all know y'all more than welcome.
Quick question on the boxing. My bad, but quick question before we get into wrestling on the boxing scene, man. How you feel about the new wave of the social media boxing? Like the new wave of the Logan brothers and all this non-sanctioned stuff going on.
They're bringing eyes to the sport. They're bringing people that wouldn't normally watch boxing. They're bringing them to the sport. That much I do like. The only thing that gets me, man, is that some of these dudes, they make more. They can come over and have 1 or 2 fights and make more than somebody that's maybe had 30 fights. That's given their whole life to the sport, that's been putting in the grind since day one. Somebody else can come in and make just as much, if not more, than you can. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. But they're bringing eyes to the sport, man. So who am I to hate? I'm always down for somebody getting their money, but it's one of those things.
Word, I feel you. I'll take my hat off. I'll take my hosting hat off now, man. I'm sorry.
Nah,
you good.
I talk boxing all day, man.
Sean, give them the info, man. Tell them where y'all at, like Instagram. Give them all that information, man.
Yeah, we're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Like I said, I just started YouTube. It's Your Boxing Fix. It's all together. If you were to look it up on Twitter, if you were to look it up on Instagram too, so it's all together. YOUR Boxing and then FIX. So holla at me, man. I'm always down to talk boxing. Always down. So
there it is, man. Definitely check him out. Question for you, Sean. Big fight. Any big fights guaranteed to come up or anything like that? Like, let the people know anything coming up. Any huge matches? I follow boxing every now and then. I usually just watch the big fights, but I know Sean. He posts about all the little mid-card fights here, all the big fights. I'm not familiar with this.
That's what the fighters be.
I know.
That's what the fighters be.
I'm more of a wrestling fan, man. I'm wrestling.
Biggie was there. Yeah, Biggie does some box stuff, but I know Keith Thurman is fighting Mario Barrios, the same dude that fought Tank Davis. I want to say like 2 fights ago. They're fighting on pay-per-view. $74.95 is the cost for the pay-per-view. If anybody is willing to pay that, I'm not. But I mean, I got fan respect.
Go ahead.
No, you're right, man. The pay-per-view cost is getting out of control, man.
Go ahead.
There's Shakur, like I want to say in a month or two, Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez is gonna have a unification bout. That's gonna be a very, very good fight. And then there was another one too. There's a female fight, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, that's gonna be happening soon. Ugas and Errol Spence is gonna be happening pretty soon. And then they got Canelo. Canelo was just offered 2 different deals. He can take a 1-fight deal with PBC and fight Jamal Charlo, or he can take the deal with Eddie Hearn and fight Gennady Golovkin again and Dimitri Bivol. So those are gonna be, that's going to be one of his options. And then Tyson Fury is going to be fighting Dillian White. So
thank God he's not fighting. He ain't fighting. What's his name no more? Like I can't take another one.
Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, I can't take another Wilder.
I can't take another Wilder. Man.
Yeah,
I can't take nothing from Wilder. But Tyson just got his. Tyson just know him. He just know how to beat him.
Yeah. Wilder's not much of a boxer, man. If you force him to box and use his jab and all that stuff, that's not really his strong point. He's used to knocking people's heads off, hitting you with that right hand, and it's over with. But you can't do that with everybody.
Take that hit.
Yeah, yep. You can't do that with everybody. You can't knock everybody out like that too. So you got to have some other weapons in your repertoire. He doesn't have that. So
I can't take another one of them fights, but I definitely can't, man. But anyways, man. Yeah. Sean, thank you as always, man. Thank you for the boxing information, man. Definitely, make sure y'all check him out. Mm-hmm. All right, fam. Let's get started with the show. We're gonna save the Royal Rumble conversation for last in regards to this year's Royal Rumble. So let's dip into a little bit of NXT. I know we were talking about that before the show. NXT 2.0. They're going strong right now. They just had their New Year's Evil special where Braun Breaker won the NXT Championship, defeated Tommaso Ciampa. And so he's the new champ. And what else other match they had? They had a title unification match for the NXT North American Championship and the Cruiserweight Championship. The Cruiserweight Championship is now officially gone from NXT. Roderick Strong was the Cruiserweight Champion, so that title is gone. 205 Live was pretty much starting to go anyways, so they pretty much just killed the Cruiserweight division. And that's pretty much it. They unified the titles, and now it's just the North American title. Carmelo Hayes is in there. What are y'all thoughts on Carmelo Hayes, man? I don't know, Sean. I don't know how much NXT you've been watching with the new 2.0. I know the black and gold has always been what we started with. As a matter of fact, hold on, quick story. Sean is the one that got me started on NXT.
Thank you for my credit, man.
I had to give Sean, and I was like, I had to remember that on the show. Sean was the one back 2013, 2014. I wasn't watching NXT. I was pretty much watching the main roster. And Sean kept telling me, yo, fam, you got to check out this NXT, fam. Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn. Yeah, he said, you got to check out. And then he
said, Dallas.
He said, you got a thing called TakeOver and stuff like that. I was like, Sean, ain't nobody watching that shit, man. He said, Sean said, no, check it out. So I was one of the ones that did not watch NXT. Sean, I was pretty much watching when they were doing that little special on USA when they had NXT, when they had the what do they call them? The Miz and Daniel Bryan.
When they had the competition for them.
Yeah, when they had the competition or whatever, everything like that. And then the next.
Yeah.
That's when I didn't know what NXT was at the time. I thought, like, oh, who are these guys? Are they rookies or something like that?
Yeah.
Then when they got NXT had their own show, Sean's like, yo, you just check it out. I watched one episode of NXT. That was it.
Hooked.
I was hooked.
It was so good back then.
I was the same way. I was watching TV one day, and I was watching Hulu, and Hulu had like a bunch of NXT. I'm like, I remember NXT used to be a competition, and then I'm like, wait, that's Roman Reigns. Wait, that's Big E. Wait, hold on. So I went to I was like, all right. Then I watched the ladder match between Bo Dallas and Neville, and I was like, oh, these dudes is battling. And I saw that's when I was like, I went back and checked a couple episodes out, saw how Bray Wyatt and them started, and I was like, oh snap, I'm missing something here. That's when I was like, and then for months it was just NXT. I watched Raw, SmackDown, and be like, I really want to see NXT.
Absolutely,
Yeah, man.
absolutely. I felt the same way, man. It got to a point where I felt like the quality of matches on NXT were just as good, if not better, than what I saw on Raw or SmackDown for a good amount of time. Like you said, man, we had Neville, we had Sami Zayn, Tyler
Man,
Breeze was doing his thing.
Tyler Breeze.
You know, so that
It's
it was
pretty.
Big E Langston.
right. Big E Langston
Big E
Wait,
Langston.
created
He
a
lost
body
the last
last
name.
That's where he lost the
yo,
last
that theme
name.
went hard, yo. Don't lie. I
Yep.
need 5. That theme went hard, yo. But
Yep.
yeah, Sean.
Wait. What you forgetting? My man, he with the New Day, the other New Day cat.
Xavier Woods.
There you go.
Yeah,
When Xavier Woods was coming out there, man, like
Dog, they were stacked, man. But to answer Keith's question on Carmelo Hayes, I like him. I like him. One thing that I've learned about NXT that I find myself doing a lot is comparing it to old NXT. I'm like, man, it's not as good as the old NXT for this reason, and this reason. I need to stop doing that and give these kids a chance, man. Because if you look at it, WWE's releasing everybody. So they need another star. They need more stars, young stars that they can build up and have a nice future. So, yeah, I like Carmelo Hayes. I like Braun Breaker. There's a couple of them guys in NXT that I think is going to stick for a while.
Braun Breaker, I've definitely become a fan of Braun Breaker, man. And it's every time you hear him talk, and my homeboy Brian that me and Sean are good friends with, we always sit there and talk about Braun Breaker because when he talks, you hear Scott Steiner. I know he's Rick Steiner's son, but when he talks, you hear Scott Steiner when he talks. And you just can't, if you just close your eyes and hear him talk, I swear you hear Scott Steiner. Yeah. And it's the greatest thing ever. And I love Braun Breaker. Yo, I think he's definitely the future. I wouldn't be surprised before the end of the year, he's going to be on the main roster. It's going to be, but I'm scared because I saw what happened with Karrion Kross.
Listen,
I'm scared, fam. I'm scared. I'm a little scared because Karrion Kross ain't with the company no more.
We got to stop the main roster transfers, man. That's what's killed. It's a
Slow,
problem.
man. It's not going to stop, unfortunately.
It's a problem between NXT and the main roster. There's a tunnel right there where when they go through, they don't come out the same because in NXT they have freedom. The promos, you can tell they're not scripted. They might be written down or whatever, blah blah blah. But if they mess up, they keep going. It's a freedom over there. When you get to that main roster,
for them. It's like they're reading off.
It ain't there no more,
man.
Yeah.
It's like,
do y'all think any of the NXT guys will show up on Royal Rumble? I know we getting ahead of.
That's okay. That's okay because we're on NXT. I really do think Tommaso Ciampa is going to be in the Royal Rumble.
It's count 4 of them. It's gonna be 4 of them.
Right,
gonna be the old
Pete Dunne.
Yeah, it's gonna be the old guard. It's gonna be the old guard.
Yeah.
Raquel Gonzalez, which I think she's gonna be coming up after WrestleMania. So I think it's gonna be Raquel Gonzalez coming up. Io Shirai.
I was just getting ready to say Io. Yeah.
I think Io's gonna come up too. Io's coming up to the main roster too. So if you think about it, I mean, what else is there to do for them the next? It's kind of like. I know you want to be an NXT lifer, but fam, it's the new blood, man. It's almost remind me of WCW. Remember the Millionaires Club, and then the New Blood and all the factions. It's like now it's the new blood. It's the new blood now. NXT 2.0. Yeah. I mean, how long can you stay? I mean, I know Ciampa is a lifer, NXT lifer, but fam, after a while, it's kind of like, hey, it's time for you to go, man. It's like it's go up to the main roster. I mean, let's see what you can do. I mean, and before everybody says, well, we know what's going to happen when they get on the main roster, we're going to forget. I mean, we got to see. You got to give it a chance. And I know everybody's going to be like, well, we see what happened previously. I'm like, I understand that, but let's just see how this plays out.
To me, Tommaso Ciampa already exceeded expectations.
Exactly.
I think he's better than what I initially thought he was gonna be. I know he was a DIY, with your boy. And
do you think Gargano? And I didn't mean to cut you off, Sean.
You good?
Do you think Gargano appears in the Rumble?
Possibly. I hope there's a surprise. I hope there's an snap moment. You know what I mean? Like for real.
WWE, please don't fuck this up.
So
Don't fuck
if
this
if that's
up.
the one, I'd be down with that, But I hope they have one of those jaw dropping moments that we don't get a lot of anymore for whatever reason. But
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get to that.
I'm about to say,
we got a whole segment for that.
I'm about to run the whole Rumble. I can run the whole Rumble off right now.
See,
we gonna discuss that, man. We definitely, but NX2, man, we discussed NX 2.0 previously on the previous shows. And I told everybody in regards to NX 2.0, be patient. I understand for some of us who have been NXT lifers since they've been there from the beginning. I know this is new for us, and I like what they're doing with the character development, but there's a lot of gimmicks in NXT that I don't like. The whole who's the guy with the school thing? I forgot what his name.
With the G on his
Chase something.
Yeah,
I don't like that. That's
I haven't figured them all out yet. I haven't gotten all their names.
But you know who's impressed me? The Usos brother. Sokoa?
Yeah.
That boy nasty.
Yeah.
That boy is nasty. I like him. And it's like, you see him, it's like, yo, that's the Usos brother, yo. And it's like, but they can't mention him. He's related to him, which is the craziest thing.
I don't know why.
It's obvious.
I don't know why.
You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. If you look at him, you can tell. You know what I mean? But I think he'd be a good addition to the bloodline.
Yeah.
Put him in the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? You can make that work.
My man, 5 stars. 5 stars for you, sir.
I like that.
You can throw that in there and make that work, dog, and then have them run shit. Have them run the show. They already running the show now, so shit.
But of course, it's going to be all up to Vince. Because Vince has his hands on everything. So Vince is pretty much Triple H is gone. Regal is gone. Shawn Michaels don't have no say anymore. It's all Vince and Bruce
Dog
Pritchard.
out there.
Bruce Pritchard is the one that's pretty much running NXT. So if Vince says, hey, change his theme music. If he comes out to rap music and everything, it's gonna be enough. It's gonna change to some other shit. Oh, another dude I like.
Bruce Pritchard only running because he's Vince's yes man.
Yeah, Grayson Waller.
Waller. I was gonna bring that up.
Grayson. I like Grayson Waller, fam. I've been digging Grayson Waller, man. I like his heel. Him as a face wasn't working. It wasn't working. When they did the heel turn, and then somebody said, I'm about to get some real heat. I want you to attack Gargano on his way out. Whoever told him that idea, it
was a perfect moment. Idea. Yeah. Perfect moment to get heat. Because people legitimately thought when he was doing that interview, people were like, yo, is this dude trying to tell us in so many words that he's not coming back for real? Like, we trying to put it all together. He's saying all this stuff. We're like, all right, is this dude saying he ain't coming back? Like, what's really going on? So he just kind of left it open. And as he was talking, my man came in and was like, yo, this dude's a jerk, man. So it's a perfect time to get heat.
You talk about getting sentimental
moments. Yeah.
Yo, he became the most hated man in NXT. I love it, though. And then wait a minute. Then they put a little icing on the top. AJ Styles came to NXT to face him.
I like
that move.
It was smart. That was my
point to bring up. Like, he got such a big rub from going at AJ Styles, and he held his own with the comments and the promo.
Yeah.
Now he in a program with
LA Knight,
and what's his name? What's my man that always be coming up from under the ring?
Dexter
Loomis.
Dexter Loomis. Yeah.
The creep.
The dude that just sit there and just stare at you.
Yeah.
I believe LA Knight's going to be in the Rumble too.
But I'm surprised that WWE let him do that, since that was his gimmick in TNA.
Yeah,
he had the same thing in TNA?
It was the same Dexter Loomis.
He stopped Christian Hemme back in TNA. Remember that shit?
But you know what? Some things just like naturally fit people. Like they can't be so many other things other than maybe this or this. Certain things just fit people, and that does fit him. I like his character.
Another thing, Mandy Rose as an NXT Women's Champion, perfect. She was one of those people that did the reverse. Was on the main roster, but then came back to NXT. Yeah. Remember that. Because in WWE, she had that little program with Sonya Deville. Then she was with Otis for a minute. I'm going to get to him in just a minute. But then she came back to NXT, changed her look, went from blonde, that was a Vince move, putting it from blonde to brown hair, brunette, or whatever. made her heel, and she won NXT Women's Championship. I loved it.
I got an observation about this.
Okay.
You ever think that Vince, as genius as he is, because a lot of people are down on him now, but we have to remember this man built the modern day wrestling, so we keep down on him like, oh, Vince is But think about this: Naomi, I can't remember her name. Naomi, who we just talking about?
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose, Naomi, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. What's my girl with the Bianca Belair, Bailey? All were good. Then went heel, and then shut up to the moon.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
The heel turn works. If you notice, look at Roman Reigns. Example.
Perfect.
I was going to say is, I think for females, it gives them the opportunity to just do what they want to do, because being a bad guy, honestly, tell you the truth, if I was coming into, like, if I was trained to be a wrestler, I'd want to come in as a bad guy.
Me too.
Because I get to have more fun. I may lose or whatever, but I get to have more fun with it. I can attack. My promos are better.
I want to be a heel. I don't want to be a face.
Yeah, I don't want to be
I want to be an asshole. I want to be a heel.
Babyface has a limited
make little kids cry,
dog. A babyface got a limited run. You got maybe 6 months of being a babyface when people start getting annoyed with you. Like, yo, all right, you just good. The only reason Stone Cold worked as a babyface because he wasn't a babyface. He was still a heel, but you just liked him. And I'm like, but it's funny because he'll like do that. He'll try to run you as a babyface because he needs a babyface. But then as soon as that girl make that change, because I remember Naomi didn't want to be heel. She hated it. If you watch that show they had, the Diva show, you can see like the behind the scenes that she didn't want to go heel. But when she did, her promos got better. Everything just got better. And then when she became a babyface again, she was hitting hard. Same thing with Bianca Belair. She was a heel. Her promos her promos got up, and now look at her. Same thing with Bailey.
I do believe she'll be a face. I believe Bianca Belair will be a heel again. Down the line, I believe she will be a heel again.
Oh yeah. There's got to be
Ripley. I believe she's going to be a heel again.
I think Rhea Ripley is a natural. I think Rhea Ripley would be like a good natural heel.
Yeah,
I think she can get a nice little long run as a heel, man. I'm tired of seeing Charlotte Flair as the top heel. You know what I'm saying?
She's so good at it though.
Yeah,
so good at it though.
Yeah, she's good, but I mean, after a while, it's like you got talent, use them.
Look who the champions are though: Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair.
Because that's their best. That's their best talkers. Forget how they wrestle. That's their best talkers.
Don't give a damn who you want to see as champion.
Those are his two pet cats. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, people get tired of them and they don't want to watch them anymore. And they turn away.
But the problem is with the SmackDown roster, there's nobody that can beat Charlotte Flair.
Right.
Or nobody that looks like they can beat Charlotte Flair. See, it's all about perception.
That too.
I need to believe that this person that she's going against has a shot.
And I'm going to address that when we get to the Royal Rumble. So, all right. But we're going to put the NXT to rest and everything like that. So,
but that promo, hold on, real quick. Go ahead. My bad. Real quick. But that NXT, on NXT time. I know we were talking about Carmelo. Well, first of all, Braun Breaker's promo for after he won the championship was stellar. Get that man 5 stars for that. But I want to shout out my Carmelo Hayes' homeboy. What is this? Twitch, or I can't remember his name. The tall black dude. That dude is somebody to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He got personality. He ain't scared. He got a build on him. Watch him in the next couple. He will turn on Carmelo Hayes and shoot to the moon. Yeah. I predict it. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler. Let them know, man. Let the people know.
One more thing, man. The tag team division is looking strong. Yeah. The tag team. The Dusty Cup is going on right now. I think they're in the semifinals getting ready to come up. So the Dusty Classic is going on. So the tag team, NXT was always good with the tag team division and everything. And then, another thing, Gunther.
It's Gunther, man. I'm about to say it like Gunther.
Yo, real talk. Hold on, I gotta tell y'all. I had to go watch both of Walter's matches. I was at the gym and I was on the bike and I had to go back and watch Walter versus Eli Dragunov.
Dragunov,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had to go watch. I had to go watch that match again. God damn.
They fought twice, didn't they?
Yeah,
They
that
fought
match at
twice,
NXT,
right?
yo, please, I'm telling you, that was mine when we did our end of the year
Bloody
show.
ass match.
That was my match of the year, fam.
That,
To me, that
I
was
think
my
I
match
watched
of
it
the
at your
year.
house, didn't I? Didn't I watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
then
think so.
also Walter versus Pete Dunne. I'm sorry, and I know I keep calling him Walter. I apologize. To me, he's Walter.
Gunther.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Gunther, whatever. It's Walter to me. But him against Pete Dunne at NXT Takeover New York for the UK Championship. I'm telling y'all, please go watch that match. That's when he. Please go watch that match. That was an awesome match. But
Well,
in-
go watch.
Imperial-
Go watch him versus my man from the Diamond Mine.
Roger Strong.
Roderick Strong?
Yeah.
My head is blank today, man. Roger Strong.
Roger Strong, yeah.
That match, I just seen that match. I was like,
Yeah.
yo.
Roger Strong is solid, man.
The
Roger
name, but the
Strong
name
is nice.
change. I know people are gonna be mad about it, but I'm like, y'all gonna get used to it. I mean, it's gonna take some time.
What else can they do?
I mean, they can. I mean, what would y'all rather call him? W? Do you want to just call him just a letter? I mean, they changed his name. It's not gonna bother nobody. I mean, only the mere people are gonna complain about it. Get
3
used to
shows
it.
of him screaming it out gonna change you. 3 shows of him screaming out Gunther after he beat somebody's ass, you're gonna be hollering Gunther.
But my
Right.
question to you is, how do you think he does with this NXT? Wait a minute, is he another person that appears in the Royal Rumble?
No,
Wow, you don't think he appears in the Royal Rumble?
I see a different path for him.
Do you think he goes to the main roster though?
No,
Not yet.
You don't-
No.
Not yet.
No.
You
I
don't
think he's
win-
going to challenge Braun Breaker for the NXT title.
my man,
Ooh.
we on the same wavelength.
Braun
Yeah,
Breaker
that's what
versus
it is.
Gunther. Ooh.
It's
not
good to
the
have
most
somebody,
outstanding.
because I mean, in NXT 2.0, you got a whole bunch of newbies in there. You got to bring a savvy vet in there to kind of keep everything level and keep everything going smoothly. And you can get a lot out of Gunther in NXT at this point. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to go to the main roster for real.
My key word today is perception. So you got Braun Breaker on the left. Good, strong dude who got an attitude. He gonna run. He gonna go through match after match after match, going through hell, but coming out strong. Whereas on the other side, you got Gunther, who's gonna have to run through every NXT championship, every NXT match he gets with Imperial. That's a train. That's a 3 to 4 month long train. That's getting ready to collide. Bam. And now you got the feud of feuds. You got Braun Breaker versus Gunther and Imperial.
Yep.
Now you got the ultimate.
So let me ask you a question.
NXT takeover right there.
And I like where
Look,
you're going with
money.
this.
It's money right there.
I like where you're going with this. Get Breaker, build him up some wins as the NXT champion. So you got him against Escobar.
Yep.
So that's gonna be his first title defense. So that gets him a veteran. That'd be a good name because Escobar. Shout out to Legado del Fantasma. People be sleeping on them.
Yeah.
They're a good group. I like
Yeah.
them. I definitely like them. Shout out to them. I like them. I like Escobar. I like his reign when he was a cruiserweight champion. Escobar has definitely put the work in, man. He definitely had some good ass matches. So shout out to them. Get him as his first feud. I would say put Gunther for like SummerSlam. I believe whatever the takeover is around SummerSlam, you put that up. Have him go through Gunther. Have him go through Escobar. And then who else can you put him against? Who else?
You could feed. You talking about Gunther or Braun?
No, who else? If Braun Breaker's title reign, who else do you see him taking on? So we'll play Escobar.
You can feed him. Hold on. You can feed him Escobar 2 or 3 pay-per-views because
So that'll keep him busy with.
you
Escobar,
can feed him the whole. You can feed him the whole the whole group. You can feed him the whole group for a couple of that could take up just that feud alone could take up 2 or 3 pay-per-views, like a month and a half worth of.
So they got NXT just announced they're doing Vengeance. What's it called? Vengeance Day, February 15th at 8:00 in USA Eastern time for y'all Eastern viewers and everything. So I can see that's gonna be the title match there. And then you got Stand and Deliver, which is weird because they're doing WrestleMania weekend and then they're saying they're gonna do Stand and Deliver Saturday afternoon, which is gonna be kind of weird for them to do a take. I don't like the time of that because everybody.
Didn't they used to do it like a day before?
It's packed in. It's packed in. It's 2 shows.
You would have like the NXT takeover the
Mania
day
was
before.
Sunday, and then Takeover was Saturday.
Saturday,
Now-
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now
Like,
WrestleMania is 2 nights.
Saturday.
oh,
And
they
Sunday.
made that
So-
permanent switch over to 2 nights then.
Now I like
Yeah.
how they did it last year, because last year they did
It worked
Stand
so
and
well.
Deliver
It worked
Tuesday and
so well.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
And then they did WrestleMania. I like that idea, but I don't know how they're going to do it this year. So this is definitely
It's-
going to be different.
I like the fact that they made it 2 nights permanently, man. Because watching WrestleMania after a while, you get tired, bro. You
Sean,
sitting
you
there
don't
like
be
1
at my
o'clock
house.
in the morning, and you still got 2 more matches to go. You're
Sean
like,
came
man,
over my house for WrestleMania. Sean comes to
I'm
my house
sitting-
every year for WrestleMania.
I'm sitting there half
Yo,
asleep.
me, Sean, and Brian
Yeah,
be
dope,
over
man.
there. Yo, it'd be 11:30 at night. They've been at my house since like 5 o'clock.
I'm
in the
like, man, I
afternoon.
like wrestling, but jeez, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
This,
well, we would be at my house all night, because we used to actually go to Dave and Buster's to watch WrestleMania, but we figured, because you almost had to be there, you had to get there almost like 4 o'clock to get your seat. Then you had to watch the pre-show, and then you'd stay. We used to be at Dave and Buster's from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to almost midnight. We said, "Fuck that!" Like, we just watch shit
I'm
at my
tired,
house.
man.
We
You know what I'm
tired, man.
saying?
Just watch shit at my house.
I'm exhausted. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
a home wrestler because WrestleMania is always around my birthday. That's my birthday weekend, so it's always home. It's like home, yo. Y'all want to come over? You can come over, but we doing this in the house because I'm not going nowhere for this shit because it's
Yeah,
home.
we started doing it at my house.
Once-
And we would just get pizza, wings, and shit like that. We would make it an event, you know. And I usually host the Big Four. When we all get together, we watch Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and everything. Fuck this weather, because I was supposed to have them over for Royal Rumble on on Saturday.
I don't know if that's
we'll
gonna
see how
happen,
it
brother.
goes. We'll see how it goes. I
Yeah.
told them, I said, look, if y'all can get over here, come through. I'm gonna be
You should
here.
come down to Charlotte for WrestleMania.
So WrestleMania, I don't know what my living situation is going to be when WrestleMania comes around. I'll have to discuss that off the air, because my living situation is going to change. Yeah, it's going to be changing everything. It's like I'll talk to
In
you
a
all
good
off
way
the air.
or a bad way? Good way or a bad way? Because I think I know what you're talking about.
Sean knows the situation already.
I think I know
I've
what you're
already
talking
pretty much tell him. I'm like, so pretty much there might be a chance. Well, it's a good chance I'll be moving to
Off the air. We do it. We know how we rap.
Yeah.
We rap. Put it in the
We'll
chat.
discuss
Put
it
in
off
the
the
chat.
air. We'll discuss it off the air.
These
So-
people don't need to know.
No. Well, the next 2 episodes of the Wrestling Talk Radio are going to be here, but might be elsewhere after that. Anyways, that's another story for another day. Everything. So, hey, Kiani, hey, babe, love you. Anyway, so she gonna cuss me out after the show. Anyway, she's like, "Why the fuck you going on air and tell all our business?" I'm like,
That's why I was trying to like, yo, I was trying to like,
Yeah, like, yo, we can do that when the cameras is not rolling, man.
Yeah,
We
I'm gonna
can
do that when the
on-
cameras are not rolling. Look,
Right.
I was like, hopefully she's not watching. But anyways, look. anyways,
I'm surprised she
no,
even sounds
so-
you.
But everything I gotta be right. Look. But anyways, no. But what we talking about? The whole NXT thing. Yeah. Well, the NXT with the tag team division and all that. So we're definitely looking forward to that. So we're gonna put that to rest with NXT. We're going up at AEW. Let's talk a little bit about that. What's going on with that? I know, Sean. How far are you with the AEW? Do you remember the last time you watched anything with AEW?
I mean, it's been a little while. Like if I see it on, I'll watch it, but I haven't watched like the whole thing. There's a couple people in there that I do enjoy, like Darby Allin, my man that freestyles too. I forgot his name.
Oh, the rap, yo, he be saying some funny ass shit, yo. That shit
They came out with a whole video with Sting and Darby Allin, so they have their own. You know, they got some stars too. But what turns me off about AEW now, it just seems like it's getting flooded. Like whoever WWE lets go, they bring in the AEW, and it's like you got your own stars. You don't have to bring in stars from everywhere and have them be stars on your show. You got your own stars. Build your own stars up. That's where WCW went wrong. They were signing people from other organizations and have them be stars on their show, and it's like, you know, create your stars at home, so that way, you know, people know where they need to go to watch it. They're like, yo, you can't get it anywhere else other than AEW. But, you know.
I agree on that point, and I disagree on that point at a certain degree.
Hmm.
Like, I get what you're saying. Yeah, grow your, and I think they've done a very, very good job of growing their own stars. But man, go watch the promo that just happened on this Wednesday's episode of AEW with the House of Black, and you'll see picking up Malachi was one of the best things they ever done. Picking up CM
WWE,
Punk
y'all
was one of the
fucked that
best
up.
things they
I
ever
just want
done.
to say that. Sorry, Dietrich. I just want to say that WWE fucked that up. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They,
He's
drop
not.
the
they
ball.
fucked that up. Really.
And that's
He's
the
not.
thing. The people that WWE released, they fumbled the ball on them. So, like, if you're Tony Khan, you're new. So, of course, I'm going to gather all of WWE's little toys and start throwing them at the wall to see what sticks. Because they're on short contracts. So it's like, okay, I could use you to bring up him. Sting is helping Darby Allin get to that superstar status. You got CM Punk versus MJF, and MJF is going to the moon over CM Punk. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they're not just forsaken. And we had it was a couple. The reason I bring this up is it was a couple episodes a while back. Me and Keith was talking about this, where he was like, the same question. He was like, "Do you think it's going to be flooded?" And I'm like, "Because you're going to have stars." And I feel like this. I'm a cream rises to the top kind of person. So even if it's flooded, yeah, are you gonna let CM Punk take his spot, or are you gonna do something to elevate your game, a la Orange Cassidy? That this feud with the new Undisputed Era and the bet between the Undisputed Era sort of, or the Super Elite and the Best Friends was dynamite. It was pure, and that match they had Wednesday.
No pun intended. No pun intended. I see what you did there.
But they had a match on Wednesday's episode. Was an all false count anywhere, like not
it was Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. I'm really surprised that Cole lost that match.
That match had me like this the whole time. I did not move. It was so compelling. It was like, yo, it was fresh. But like I said, it was with Adam Cole, who got released by WWE. So it's like, you got to have those stars. And WCW kind of messed up. The reason WCW messed up is because they was giving out
Vince Russo, excuse me. Go ahead.
They was but
and Kevin Nash taking over writing too.
Showing up at the arena with no script.
It started way before Vince Russo. It was Eazy-E giving out controlling story control to Hulk Hogan and anybody he wanted to.
Kevin Nash and
go watch that shit on the network, y'all.
Putting everybody in NWO, putting everybody in their mama, and you're getting confused.
Yes, go watch Rise and Fall of WCW. You're gonna hear all that shit about Kevin Nash and all that other shit. Go watch that.
I think Tony Khan ain't that guy. Tony Khan ain't Eazy-E. Tony Khan is like, nah, B, you do what we tell you to do. But I got enough good people behind me so that this ain't gonna fall. This ain't gonna fall. And honestly, to tell you the truth, it's a destination for me now. Wednesdays, I'm AEW. I'm flipping. I'm like, yo, all right, cool. There's some people I don't like, but most of the time, I'm like, yo, shit, this is fucking Hook on Fridays. New Goldberg.
Hey, Hook theme go hard, yo. I was gonna let you know Hook's theme. That shit go. Yo,
that's
on
like
YouTube to listen to. Sean, when you get a chance after the show, go listen to Hook's theme. That shit goes so hard. Yo, I want to bump that, put it on a CD. I'm going to bump that this summer.
Isn't that somebody's son?
Yeah, it's Taz.
Yeah, it's Taz son.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Taz son. Yeah. Everybody, everybody's been talking about him on Twitter.
The thing about it is, check this out, though. The way they booking him, it's old school booking. It's Goldberg. He's being booked as Goldberg, but he's young and small. And he's like, it's like the way he's winning. He's not Goldberg. He ain't running you over.
And he doesn't
He's hitting you with it's like they took Dean Malenko, combined it with Chris Benoit, and with a Goldberg storyline. That's Hook, and he's young. He don't talk.
He doesn't need to talk.
He's perfect. Like he only wrestle on Fridays, so you got to see him on Fridays. So it's like they know what they're doing over there. They give him a trial run on Rampage. If you don't give it a chance, just give it a full one day. Give it a full watch. Give it a Dynamite a full watch. Just like conscious, like, you know what, I'm gonna sit down and watch this. I guarantee you, be like, okay, all right, bet. I like him, and I'm gonna watch that guy, and that guy.
I guess what bothers me is that I don't want to tune in to AEW and watch the same matches that I saw in WWE. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the same guys going out. It's like, yo, I already saw that 5 different times already. It's like I don't want to see that again. But if they're doing it like that, and then they're incorporating the ones that can actually perform, and they're using it to enhance their own talent, that's the right way of doing things. That's what you want to do. It's just
my problem is
they promote young talent. They promote their homegrown a lot.
They got to stop with that shit, fam.
That too.
Taking shots at WWE. Come on, fam. Y'all childish, man. Stop taking shots, fam.
You should be focused on what you're doing
about what WWE is doing.
Yeah.
Man,
I like a good shot here and there.
Why are you so worried about what they're doing? You're taking shots at them for what?
Nah.
Yeah.
You want to listen. You can't take the king down without you gotta.
I know, but the shots got to stop, man.
You gotta send shots. You gotta send some shots, man. You gotta send. Let them know, hey, man. That's like your little brother. Like little bro, always kicking your leg every time he see you until he become big bro and kick you in your shin and kick you down the stairs. Like you see what I'm saying? Like,
I think they can send that shot by putting on good performances, man. Because at the end of the day, the people
make a better product.
Wrestling fans, they want to see the best performers. They want to see good quality matches. And if you're doing that over and over and over again on a consistent basis, while WWE is doing some cartoon stuff, people are going to talk. And we're in a social media era now too, so people are going to hop on Twitter and talk about what's going on here, or I like what AEW is doing, and then you know what I'm saying. Before you know it.
So what about the people that just will not? How do you get the people that won't turn it on because they're like, nah, it's just WCW, blah blah blah. You send some shit WWE's way, and somebody goes, because we, like you said, we in a social media era. You send a Twitter joint, or you hear MJF say Miz, and you go, wait, what? And then you happen to tune in, and you catch a Malachi Black a match, or you catch a Darby Allin match, or you catch a Best Friends match, or you catch a Ethan Page match, you catch a Sammy Guevara match, and you're like, oh,
I will say,
let me ask you a question.
How many shots did WCW take at WWE back in the day?
Remember when Eric Bischoff, he was working in the booth and he told the end of the Raw, it was like, you don't want to watch Mankind's going to win the world title, Goldust is going to do this.
Quick question about that.
They didn't do it on a weekly basis. They did it every so often, which was okay.
But AEW not doing it on a weekly basis either. The story, see, a lot of the stuff is coming out of the storyline between MJF and CM Punk, and they're doing that for a reason. Their promos are going back and forth. Yeah, they're using WWE, but CM Punk was a WWE dude, so it's literally MJF and CM Punk is literally AEW versus old WWE, like they did when they did Sting Triple H.
I didn't like the way they did that, man.
Most of the time, that was foul. But most of the time, AEW ain't even saying, when they're doing their promos, they're not mentioning WWE.
Yeah, like he said, if you're going to do it.
They mentioned WWE. I mean, he said they mentioned WrestleMania. But I will say that Rollins did a promo on Friday night, and he called him Mox. He didn't say Ambrose. He said Mox.
Right,
he said Mox. You know, but he just said it now. He didn't get in trouble for it or anything like that. It was just like, you know, it's like, it just came out. You know,
I think that's really his name, though.
Yeah, he didn't get, you know, dinged for it or nothing like that.
Honestly, Jonathan Moxley is his real name.
Yeah. And I'm glad he's back. Shout out to John Moxley, who came back to AEW the other night. He looked good. Definitely, he looks better.
Much respect to him, man. Definitely.
Much respect, man. And he, you know, the real thing, you know, he was going through a lot and everything. He went to rehab. He got himself clean or whatever and everything like that. You know, I know we laugh and joke and shit like that, but that's some serious shit, though. But I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's doing better. He definitely looks good, man. And definitely like he's on his way to a match between him and Danielson. So that look like it's gonna be. They're building up to that. So it's definitely AEW. I mean, they have their good and bad moments, but I think they're definitely going there. What's their next pay per view? I believe is Revolution.
No, it's something coming up in Chicago.
Yeah,
next week.
Well, that's next week. I know it's going to be MJF versus CM Punk next week, which I think they should be saving for a pay per view. But
I'll be right back, fellas. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. You fine. You go ahead. We here. We ain't going nowhere.
Well, see, we were talking about. Check this out. We were talking about that ties into what you just said. That ties into our discussion on AEW and the old WWE guys. Now, Mox versus Brian Danielson. You think you're not going to sit up for that?
No, see, this is gonna be. We're gonna see the AEW version of this fight. I'm
That's
interested to see how this is gonna be. This is gonna be an all-out brawl.
And that's all my point is. That's what with them scooping up WWE guys. That's my point. They're not them scooping up WWE guys. They're not scooping up WWE guys. They're scooping up guys that got fired from WWE. You get what I'm saying? There's a difference. Like when they get to AEW, it's like, well, what do you want to do? And it's like, oh shit. So now you really seeing them like if they went to ROH, you're seeing it's just when you see them on AEW, it's just kind of seeing them like if they went to ROH, we just don't have privy to ROH all the time. But this is on every Wednesday, so it's like.
Speaking of ROH, I'm sitting here watching Impact now. ROH is starting to do an invasion storyline with Impact, and it's actually kind of intriguing in regards to the people that's popping up. And then you got guys that are in Bullet Club. That are the guys that showed up tonight in Bullet Club? What was their name? I forgot the name of the tag team. I know the Samoan.
The Samoan Tangatoa and
yeah, they showed up tonight. So they're doing something with that. So it's kind of cool to see. And a lot of people give a lot of shit to Impact. Impact has actually the product has been getting better, and especially with Ring of Honor.
So who closed down? Who's the one that closed down?
Ring of Honor closed down, but they're still. Some of them are in Impact Wrestling, and then I think they're slowly going to start coming back. I'm not for sure.
So the ROH angle is everybody's that's in. They are now in Impact, and they're just doing an ROH angle. Impact.
Jonathan Gresham has defended the ROH title twice.
Because I saw it, I was like, wait, I thought ROH got.
That's what I thought to you. Me and you thinking the same thing. We were sitting there like, I thought ROH was done.
Because then Braun Strowman show up the last show.
Yeah, him and EC3. What was his name now? Titan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when EC3 said release the Titan.
That group intrigues me.
I'm intrigued by it.
I'm
hoping Ring of Honor.
He had there's a couple of cats in there because if you saw in the background, if you go back and look at that shit, Buddy Murphy is back there in the shirts that EC3
That's
is wearing.
my dog, man.
That's
my dog. Man. I like Murphy, man. He can put on a good match, man. He has some slept on matches.
Aleister Black and Malachi back when the matches they had back here. Man, those some good ass matches.
He fought somebody on 205 Live. I forgot who it was, but hopefully it comes to me before the show ends, dog. But that match was awesome, dog.
My favorite tag team in NXT was what's the name? Enzo and Cass for a while.
And Cass.
But Blake and Murphy was right behind them. Like Blake and Murphy was the shit.
Shout out to Moose Impact, man, who's the champion.
Moose
has been busting his ass. And I know a lot of people that don't follow Impact or wrestling have seen what he's done. But Moose has definitely paid his dues, man. Moose is definitely he's come a long way now. Moose is the champ. So Moose has definitely come a long ways, man. So shout out to Moose for being the world champion, the Impact World Champion.
My problem with big dudes in wrestling is like it don't work unless you have 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Like big dudes in wrestling, you just look like a bully. Like you gotta have at least 3 or 4 big, strong dudes that can at least go to work with each other. Like you gotta keep a stable of at least 4 or 5 big dudes. Otherwise, it's just like, well, who's gonna take the title from this dude?
Yeah. It's not fun as a wrestling fan if you see one big dude and a whole bunch of smaller other guys, because it's like, if you got this big giant, it's like, well, what happens if you run into somebody your own size now? Now let's see what happens. Let's see a different dimension of you now. You're not bigger than all your other opponents. You got somebody that's the same size. Now let's see how you operate. How talented are you really?
Old school WWE when you had Vader, Diesel, you had King,
Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam was nice.
Then Shawn Michaels started beating Diesel. He started beating Diesel. He beat
Sid.
Yokozuna. He started beating Yokozuna. That's what the fine example of when you talk about the mid-sized dude is beating the big-ass dudes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But see, go ahead. No, my bad.
Go ahead.
There's a special, because Shawn Michaels had a weapon. He had a weapon. Like, at that point in time, the super kick, the Tweet Chin music was like, okay, you go on night-night when somebody hits you. It don't matter how big you are. If he gets you,
now
you
it's
go
just
on
a regular
night-night.
move. Now it's just a regular move. Now.
Yeah.
That pisses me off so bad.
That pisses me off so bad, man. When
the Usos be doing that every single match, and then they'll kick out, and I'm like, it's the same move. It's, it shouldn't. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Protect finishers, please. Protect finishers, please.
And wins with it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the whole point? So super kick is pointless then.
Protect,
You might as well
please.
everybody do the Stone Cold Stunner.
And then Shawn Michaels came out and was like, they're not doing the sweet chin music. They're just doing the super kick. He's like, my sweet chin music, you got to stomp first. And I'm like, all right, man.
And then what's the
He has a right to say that. I mean, he has a right to say that. Shawn Michaels, you know what I'm saying, is the greatest performer I've ever seen. So he's able to say certain things.
Most definitely. Mr. WrestleMania for real. But my point was like almost. Now I know we get off track, but I'm
fine. Go ahead.
But like almost. Besides Brock Lesnar and the Almighty Bobby Lashley, who looks like they can stop all. Like to me, I'm like, well, why don't almost just go for the title now? Because who the fuck is
I said that same thing though. I'm like, what? I mean, you're gonna build him up to keep. I'm like, is he gonna have a? He's gonna win a feud.
Fighting midgets.
Who else is he
gonna fight? AJ Styles
come out to the ring and face this man?
That's why I was like, yo. But when they could you imagine if they had almost Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, John Cena, like you had big dudes, like if you had 6 or 7 big dudes along with AJ Styles and Randy Orton, and now you gotta. Now almost looks like instead of almost looking like, well, why don't you just go for the title? Almost like, well, he got to go through him first.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
and that's the magic wrestling is missing on the WWE side.
Yeah. I believe almost is going to be in some kind of feud where it's gonna get to the point where he's going to, and then we're going to talk about that, and that's why I was going to talk in regards to the Royal Rumble. He's going to be the one that eliminated a lot of people in the Royal Rumble. I can see.
I agree.
I think almost is going to eliminate. I say at least. I'm gonna go with about 11 people.
2 things could happen with that. He's either gonna be the comedy big guy in the Royal Rumble where everybody just gang up on him and throw him out, or you're gonna be Kane where he just.
I think he's gonna.
It'd be interesting to see how that motherfucker gonna be big as hell eliminated too.
I'll give him at least in between 8 to 10 eliminations myself, and you know what? I think he'd be better if he had like a mouthpiece that speaks for him for a little while, like Paul Heyman or somebody.
I agree, Sean. Thank you,
that's
Sean.
The problem. He did.
Yeah, he needs a mouthpiece.
He had AJ Styles. I don't know why they broke them up.
He needs a mouthpiece just for a little while until he gets it. You ain't got to rush it with him. He's young. You ain't got to put him on the fast track. His talent is there. You just got to bring him on the right way. You got to bring him in the right way.
There's no more danger in WWE.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, while we're on the subject, we might as well jump into it. Royal Rumble. Let's talk about it. We hear everything. Let's get to the matches before the Rumble. Then we're going to talk about our predictions or whatever. So, couple of matches: Becky Lynch versus Doudrop for the Raw Women's Championship. I don't know why this match is happening, but Becky Lynch is going to win. By the way, Royal Rumble is this Saturday, 8 p.m. It's a premium live event. It's not a pay-per-view anymore. It's a premium live event.
What's the difference?
Because if you got Peacock,
I don't know. We're calling it a premium.
I guess because you can't get it through your cable company, I guess. So they changing the terminology. You can't call Cox and get it.
But I want to know who the fuck's still buying a wrestling pay-per-view.
You gotta be. Well, I mean,
if you're really if you're doing this, please contact me so I can sit down with you and go over various other options that you have, other than dishing out $55.
Yeah,
to watch a pay-per-view. There's other ways you can watch it. If you're still, please tell me, and I'm going to talk to Brian off air in regards to is anybody still?
I don't even think he can. I don't think he can because I don't see it on. I don't see it on Verizon. I don't see it as an option. Like when it's getting ready to happen, I don't see it up there. So I think it's like strictly through apps and all that stuff. When you talk about WWE, I'm referring to.
And the rest of them, you gotta get paper. You gotta get a pay-per-view. And they're still on apps though. It's still on apps. I think it's like the Fight app or
Fight TV, like Fight.tv or something like that.
Come on, y'all. This ain't 1995 anymore. Let's be real. This ain't where everybody chip in and shit like that. Oh, they had a shooting. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I was on my way. I'm side note. I was on my way back from basketball practice. I was driving past Glen Haven. Sean, you know where the Harbor Freight store is off of Glen Haven Parkway?
Yeah.
Shit,
the
that's
shooting over
even
there.
worse.
Yeah, it was like I was like 5 police cars. I was on my way back from practice, and I saw 5.
That's where my
cars.
barber shop is.
Yeah, and then I saw. I was like, sorry, y'all. I know I was.
Yeah, man, y'all
I'm
ought to know
totally
Lynn.
went off
You know
track.
Lynn Haven.
Anyway,
You know Lynn Haven with the bang bang.
I got the news on in the background, watching and shit like this.
For real?
Popped up on my TV.
Man, I'm from
Anyways,
Tidewater. I'm from Tidewater Park. I know Lynn Haven with the. I'm from Tidewater Park. Lynn Haven
Yeah,
with the bang
Dietrich's
bang.
from this area. He should know about. He knew about this
Yeah.
area. Right there.
Lynn Haven got some spot, but I ain't expect over there. If anything, what Magic Hollow? If there's
I gotta
any-
see it.
anything.
I'll probably hear more
Ain't
about
that over there
11
by
o'clock
Green
news.
Run? Ain't that a Green Run area?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
right
it's-
there over the
yeah,
Green
yeah.
Run. Yeah,
The
not
bang
too
bang.
it's
far
right
from
there
the
on
mall.
the corner. Let Haven Parkway.
I used to hang over there. Yeah, they with the shits over there.
Yeah. Dang, I
Anyway,
gotta
sorry.
check on my boy.
Yeah. So anyways, that's sidetracked. Anyways, but yeah, it's the pay-per-view event, premium live event, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Yeah, that's the first match. Becky Lynch do drop. I don't even have to ask for y'all predictions because we already know Becky Lynch is going to win this match. Next match, Edge and Beth Phoenix versus The Miz and Maurice. Why is this match even happening?
Time fillers.
Edge and Beth Phoenix. No, I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna play devil advocate, and I'm going with Maurice. She's gonna get the pin.
Speaking of Edge, there's been rumors Edge and AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
I'd be down for
There's
that.
been rumors.
I've been down for
I
that.
saw something online about it today too. What y'all think?
I've always been a fan of Edge. I've always been a
I
fan
wanna
of
see
Edge
this.
from when he would come down through the crowd to Brew to Rated R Superstar to I've always been a fan of Edge.
All
He's
the
been,
incarnations.
yeah, he's been just one of those guys that he puts on good matches, and AJ Styles is probably the best at all of them. Out of everybody as far as performing. So
I wouldn't mind seeing that for
And Randy
Orton.
Orton.
That'd be a first time match.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be a clinic on
I'd be
storytelling.
interested in seeing that.
That's gonna be a clinic on storytelling if it happens.
All right, so those are
Definitely.
the appetizers. Then we get to the main events matches: Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship.
Ooh,
Now, this could go all kind of ways. What y'all? Because the Royal Rumble sets the tone for what happens next. Because all the chips are going to start falling in place. Because we do have the Elimination Chamber, which is going to be in Saudi Arabia, I believe February 19th. I believe. Let me see. Let me just check here. Hold
man,
on.
they gotta start with the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. PO.
they trying to get that. They trying to get that money. They
Man.
trying to get that Saudi money, man. They get paid a lot. They
I
get
know
paid
that
a
The
brother
lot.
Elimination Chamber is.
I'm not watching a PLV in the daytime. I'm just not doing it.
Facts.
I gotta work.
This is just
Me
funny as
either.
hell.
But you know how Vince is. No, Vince got to have that money, even if he got to go over to Saudi, man.
Elimination
Maybe.
Chamber is February 19th at the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. They call the
That's
Elimination
Saturday.
Chamber. It's known as No Escape in Germany. They call it No Escape.
That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense at all. man.
It's called No Escape in Germany.
So they're gonna have an actual pay-per-view instead of like creating a pay-per-view like Greatest Royal Rumble and having it over there. They're just gonna have
It's
pretty
February
much
19th. That's
maybe
Saturday.
we change the name of it.
It's a Saturday.
Did they say they want to stop doing the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and just put the chamber inside of another pay-per-view?
No, today.
Or PLVs? I'm gonna start calling them PLVs now.
Anyways, but yeah, the Elimination Chamber is
Premium
in Saudi
live,
Arabia.
it's the PLEs.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even make that change, man. I'm so
I'm
used to
fortunate. I'm fortunate right now. I'm building up the habit.
So, what y'all think is going to happen with this match? Do you think Lesnar retains, or do you think Lashley gets the title?
I got 2 ways to go with it,
All right.
but I don't know where I'm at yet.
I
I'm on
think
the fence with this
Lesnar.
one.
I think Lesnar retains.
I think Lesnar retains.
I think he keeps his strap until WrestleMania. To be honest with you.
But I kind of we can just when we bring up the other.
Well, if
matches,
y'all going
anyways,
with Lesnar retains, I'm gonna go with my initial thought of he doesn't, and I'm gonna say this because I think what's gonna happen is, I think the whole point is to get him back over to Reigns. So
I heard that too. I heard that
he
he's gonna
loses
finish
to
his-
Lashley. He loses to Lashley, and he enters the Rumble and wins the Rumble, and he goes after Reigns.
Now I'm with you on like they want to have Brock and Reigns kind of
So we got
come
your
together
prediction
at
for the men's
WrestleMania. But I'm thinking it's with the belts on both of them. That's what I was thinking. I was
I don't
thinking
want to see
Brock's
a
got a
title
belt,
match.
and I
I'm
think
sorry.
Reigns has got a belt.
I was there with you for a little bit when I was thinking about it. I was like, "Ooh, that would be." In my head, that I was like, "That would be the match."
That's
but
what
then
I was thinking.
then I was like, "But that would unify the belts."
I don't want to see
they
the
want
belts
that.
unified. I enjoy the two separate champions.
So then I thought, well, what would they do? How did they get Reigns over? How did they get Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar for WrestleMania if they don't unify the belts?
But question:
Brock can't have the belt.
With that being said, the Universal Championship, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. A lot of people think Seth Rollins is going to win the title at the Royal Rumble.
Nope.
I don't think he does. But I wouldn't be shocked if he does, because then, wait a minute, then you got a whole bunch of scenarios. See, these two matches are going to decide a lot, and it depends on what match goes on before the other match. Yeah. It's going to be interesting, and I want to see what match is going to open up the show on Saturday night.
Yeah,
I mean, those two matches are going to determine a lot going into, because of course the Elimination Chamber match, one of the matches is probably going to be for the title, and the other match is going to be for number one contender. So, and then Elimination Chamber, there's a possibility that you can have a title change in the Elimination Chamber.
That's true.
It's a lot to, you don't know what's going to, and that's kind of what I like, because we're going to find out if Brock Lesnar keeps the title, what direction they're going to win. But I really do believe, in my prediction, I think Lashley wins the title. I think Lashley wins the title, and I think Reigns retains against Rollins.
That's all me right there. That's exactly what I say, because if you think about it, the Brock Lesnar matches before is the main before the Roman Reigns Seth Rollins match, right? But that gives Brock enough time to recuperate, or to story-wise line to recuperate, so he can get into that Rumble spot.
And then have Lashley fight whoever wins the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania.
Well, that could happen, but I think it's more of, I think Brock will be the 29th entrant.
Mm-hmm.
He takes out, he in some miraculous fashion, he wins and he goes after Roman Reigns.
I got you.
That's just my prediction. That's my prediction. I don't want it to be that way, but I think that's how they get Reigns, Brock at WrestleMania, and they get they've already given you what you wanted, Bobby Lashley versus Brock on a big stage.
Yeah.
So now they give you your Reigns, Roman at WrestleMania. They can give you Bobby and whoever is coming up, or like you said, somebody else wins the Rumble and goes after Bobby. I just don't see him with there's nobody around right now for Bobby except for the two. I mean, not say those words. His old partners beefing with Bobby. I don't see nobody that's like, yo, I'll step up. What?
Yeah.
You gonna
with that being said,
your boy Drew, but he's hurt, isn't he?
Yeah. With that being said, where do y'all think?
Unless the Fiend come back.
Nah. Okay, so Dietrich, let's do.
That's
okay,
a wild
let's do. All right, as far as all right, let's do it this way. The Men's Royal Rumble. Let's do that one first. Surprise entrance. Who do you see? Well, we said the NXT guys.
Number one is the Fiend.
You think he shows up? Okay.
That would be pretty dope.
Or a new character.
I think Gargano shows up as number 30.
I do think Gargano shows up.
I think Gargano shows up as the 30th entrant. I think he shows up.
You think he shows up? I don't know, man. Gargano. I would like to see him, but I don't know if he shows up.
I think he shows up, but not at 30. I think he's 15, 16, somewhere in that mid range.
Up, but I think he's 30.
I think 30.
I think the crowd will fucking lose it.
30's got to be somebody dope. I remember when they had Roman Reigns come out 30 a couple of years ago, and people were heated. There was YouTube videos of reactions and stuff, and people were pissed.
They
wanted Brian. They wanted Brian Daniel. They wanted Brian. They wanted Daniel Bryan. They wanted Brian too bad. They
do you
think
any legends appear in the Rumble?
Yeah, I think we got some legends cooking right now.
How many legends? About
two.
You might get an RVD to pop up there. You know what I'm saying?
I think you get a Booker T. I think Booker T is going into this one.
Might get a JBL.
Yeah, you might get a JBL.
God,
you might get a
RVD.
RVD.
Kevin Nash show up. God,
who's in a
Nash's knees is too bad.
The problem is we got to figure out who's in the Hall of
That's
Fame.
what fall up before. That's when we make it to the ring. He'll tear
His knees is
ACL
done, bro.
We got.
They had a picture of him, and his knees were like bent the wrong way. Just him standing there. He was just standing there, and his knees were like bent the wrong way.
Hey, you know how bad your knees got to be for you to be in John Wick and not do nothing.
Right, exactly. You would have actually
hold on,
and they're like, bro, we don't need you to do nothing. We don't even need you to do anything, man. Just stand.
The Rock.
Now that right there,
he could be number 30.
Is a game changer.
Imagine the
because that destroys the whole Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns thing.
Imagine.
Because I think that would happen at next year's WrestleMania, and then Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania next year. I think that happens next year, though,
Can you
not
imagine
this year.
Here, 3, 2, 1. Can you smell that crowd would fucking
I'd lose it. I would lose it.
I marked out when Edge came out.
Yeah.
Yo, when Edge came, we were like, holy shit.
Do you see Corey Graves now that he's cleared? You think they're gonna get him in there?
That's one of my surprises. Fiend, Corey Graves, Booker T,
The Rock,
and I didn't have The Rock on there.
I'm gonna go with The Rock, Johnny Gargano. I think Ciampa's gonna be in there. I think Dunn's gonna be in there. How many names have they announced for the Rumble for the men's side?
I personally think number 30th.
Well, only problem is there's 22 out of 30, which means you got 8. And Johnny Knoxville. Oh shit.
Johnny Knoxville's there.
Johnny Knoxville's gonna be.
That's just taking up a spot, man.
Yeah.
Why?
Listen,
dude,
it's unnecessary.
You can promote your movie without being in the Rumble. And then I heard Bad Bunny might be in the Rumble. Fam, stop.
You can have them on your platform, but you don't need them in your matches. You know what I mean? You got 30 spots. Give it to somebody that's on the roster. Give it to Ali. Give one of them spots to Ali.
Bad Bunny did a really good job at what he did. Yeah, he was one of the better celebrity wrestlers. But they've been doing that for years. They've been doing that ever since.
Yeah.
Would that be
like Lawrence Taylor and you know what I'm saying? Like
Floyd Mayweather and
Floyd Mayweather, Pete.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul was in one of them. Logan Paul, I'm sorry.
Logan Paul, Pete, what's my man who can't go in the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Pete Rose.
Rob
Gronkowski was there.
So, question: who do y'all think lasts the longest? Who do you think goes for at least 50 minutes? Who do you think goes the longest?
Shawn Michaels.
Sami Zayn is going to be the first.
I'm going to give you two predictions. I'm going to give you the longest, and I'm going to give you the surprise, my upset winner. I believe AJ Styles goes the longest, and I don't believe he's going to win, but I believe AJ Styles is my upset pick to win the Royal Rumble.
I think Omos goes the longest. I think he's going to come in early, and then he's going to be dominant. Then they're going to make sure to tell everybody, Omos has been in for this, to help get his, name up. So I think he's going to last the longest. And my surprise entry to the Royal Rumble.
Well, he's a surprise winner.
My surprise winner?
Yeah. Who do you think out of the blue will win it?
I guess Kevin Owens really ain't out of the blue.
Actually, I would like to see Kevin Owens, but I think Kevin Owens is getting ready to win the United States Championship. I believe they're going to take it. I think they're going to take the strap off the Priest and is going to put it on Kevin Owens.
Out of the blue, I would probably say AJ Styles, because he hasn't won the Royal Rumble yet. You know what I mean?
I believe AJ Styles is going to end up in the Final Four. I believe he's going to end up in the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
So I can definitely see him, and it's going to be one of the top 4 left.
I like your joints. I go with almost for the longest in the range. Because I see it going both ways. I see them just ganging up on him and throwing him out on some comedy shit, and I also see him being a monster.
Truth brings a ladder.
Oh, hold on, because I'm getting to my surprise. Fucking R-Truth is a surprise, my surprise winner.
When that motherfucker brought that ladder to the when I tell you, I died.
My fault. My bad.
When he brought that ladder into the ring, I lost it, man. I was done. I was like, this motherfucker's dumbest dude I ever seen.
I don't know how they keep a straight face working with him. It's got to be like working with Stone Cold when he was like funny, working with Kurt Angle and all them.
No,
and they had Undertaker
did y'all
breaking
see
character and laughing.
when they did that spelling thing and Riddle made that joke and Randy turned the camera to Randy Orton and Randy Orton started laughing. Yo, Randy Orton couldn't keep a straight face.
No, you can't.
I love new Randy Orton, man. This fun side of Randy, this really seeing who he really is.
I like the fun side of Brock Lesnar.
Brock,
I like this.
Yeah,
I love this Brock Lesnar because he talks more and he's more fun. This is a cool ass Brock Lesnar.
And you already know what you got with them as heels. Like they've already done their job as heels. So to see like a different side of them than what you used to seeing for so long, it's cool when it works. Yeah, it's cool when it works.
Randy Orton even admitted that Riddle has bring out the best of him, and he's enjoying this run he's having with Riddle. You can tell, and it's like when you've been in WWE for so long, it feels good when you do something different. You know, whether you have a face, whether you're turning face for the first time, or you're doing heel for the first time. A lot of these guys, once they get the chance to do something different, they're enjoying it. They're milking it for what it's worth.
And you can tell when they enjoy it. You can
absolutely tell when they enjoy it. Like Reigns, when he turned heel and everything, and he's enjoying it. He loves every single minute.
And we're enjoying watching it.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Because that face,
it's a change of pace.
After he beat The Undertaker, people hated him, though. Remember that promo that he tried to cut the next night on Raw after he beat The Undertaker?
See, Vince listen to the crowd, man.
Yeah, they should have changed him then, but the whole crowd for like 10 minutes were like, shut up. No, they were tearing into Roman Reigns.
One more thing, and you know what? I should ask this question. I'll ask the question after the Women's Rumble because there's a person that's participating in everything, and we got to talk about one more thing in regards to that. And I'm going to talk about that after the Women's Rumble. So, Women's Rumble, who do y'all think is going to win?
Bianca.
You know what?
Bianca.
I would, and Bianca won it last year, didn't she? Okay. I would love to see Bianca win, but knowing WWE, they're gonna have probably Ronda Rousey come back, and she's gonna end up winning.
Don't do it. No.
I hate to say it, but y'all know how WWE operates when people are returning, bro. They like to push that talent, even if they're going to.
First time on the show, so
even if they're gonna sacrifice somebody, y'all know how WWE.
He's still here. All right.
But that's not what I want to happen.
The studio audience is like that, Sean.
I know, but that's not what I want to happen, though, bro. I want Bianca to win. I want Bianca to win, but I know how WWE operates.
You're right. No, but see, the problem is the truth is hard to hear. Because
you see what I'm saying? Like, remember when Becky Lynch was out and then she came back and beat Bianca Belair in 30 seconds?
Hey, man, we were told not to talk about that.
Oh, God, please don't let Ronda Rousey eliminate Bianca Belair. Oh, my God.
Do you know how many shows we spent yelling at the screen about what they did to Bianca Belair? Like 12. I don't mind her being beat.
But don't do her like that.
Man, if Ronda Rousey eliminates Bianca Belair,
y'all can hate me. Ain't the first time, but I'm just saying, man. Somebody gotta put a little tidbit in there on. Y'all know how WWE. Y'all been watching wrestling long enough, and what I'm saying ain't no surprise, dog. It ain't no surprises over here. Y'all know WWE is good for a stinker here and there. They're good for a "what are you doing" kind of moment. They're good for a lot of them, actually.
I think Bianca's. I don't see anybody else story-wise line. Like maybe Dewdrop, but no.
I'll make my prediction. She's not going to win. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Liv Morgan. I'm going to throw that out there. She probably not going to win.
I feel like her moment.
I'll move myself. Here we go.
I can't do this show no more. All right, yo, thanks for having me. It's been great. Don't forget to subscribe to Holly Street 96, where our takes aren't trash.
Fuck you.
But I mean, she's gonna have her moment, but I don't think it'll be.
She's still reading off the teleprompter.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I throw it out there, man.
She ain't there yet.
Yo, hold on. This is Liv Morgan. This is Liv Morgan right here. Hey, this is Liv Morgan right here.
I hate to say Sean's gonna be right. I think
see. And then remember when you heard it first.
Win the Rumble.
Can you imagine this? Like, yo, the Monday after the Raw after Rumble, Liv Morgan in the middle of the square circle just going, and I thank God I won the belt, and you thought you
So,
could. I was
think
6
she
years
has
old
that.
in a 3-bedroom house.
Shut up.
Oh my God.
So are we saying Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch at WrestleMania?
But Ronda Rousey ain't
I hate to say it, but I don't know if y'all seen the reports. WWE is trying to get Ronda Rousey to come back.
What? Ronda is happy on a farm. I have her on Instagram.
Leave her there.
Got chickens.
I hope they leave her there. But if they're trying this hard to get her back, then they want to have something in the plans for her.
Because she went away after she still had a year on her contract.
Yeah,
like she's not done. She wasn't done. And her contract's still active.
That's my surprise entrance is Ronda Rousey. Whether she wins or not, I hope not. I hope Bianca Belair wins.
She had a boy or girl?
I think she had a.
She had a girl.
I don't think she's trying to leave that baby, man. Because if she wins,
that motherfucker go about fighting and shit. She gonna teach that kid. Yo, that kid will never be fucked with in school. That motherfucker gonna be putting you in headlocks and shit.
Both dads, both parents are fighters.
Be like, that motherfucker gonna put you in a headlock, an arm.
Nah, he ain't gonna do none of that shit. He's gonna take you by. He gonna grab it. He gonna have his pinky in your shirt, and all of a sudden you just thrown 3 miles south, and it's like, yo,
you gotta talk to your kid back home school. Don't do what I did back in the day. No, I told you keep that at home.
But no, man. Even if Ronda Rousey does make a surprise entrance, I don't think she wins because I don't think she's trying to leave her baby. Because if she wins, that means she got to go back on the road to all the Raw.
Yeah, I don't think. Shows. Yeah, and that's another thing to consider. I mean, we don't know what she just had the baby recently, so and I know she wants to stay at home with the baby or whatever. So I mean. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, definitely wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised with her entering, but I don't think she wins because of all the things going on in her, real life.
What about surprise entrance? Now, I already know, well, Charlotte Flair fucked up and told us everybody, and there was one name.
Oh, did she?
Charlotte Flair on the episode of SmackDown gave out half the fucking names on.
Oh, shit, I didn't even see it.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah. It
was like Kurt Ross to
people. She put out all the names, and one name she said specifically. It's Mickie James.
Yeah, but what's the name announced that like 2 SmackDowns ago? Like Mickie James, the TNA, and they even announced the TNA Championship.
And when I heard that, I was sitting there like,
yeah, she's going to be on the Rumble as the TNA champion.
Pat McAfee said, I was like,
she bringing the belt up there?
I said, Pat McAfee. Pat
McAfee said that shit.
McAfee just said Impact World Champion.
Yep. Impact.
I was like. Did he?
Wow.
He did. And doubled down the next episode.
I was doing it on the internet, right? I was like, did he say
That's, man, you're not used to seeing that, dog. Usually when another belt comes to another show, it's getting thrown in the trash can.
And we come to find out that
you know what I mean? Shout out to
somebody
London
behind the scenes.
You know what I'm saying? It's getting thrown
behind the scenes. Somebody put that together that in regards to getting her to the Royal Rumble. So I guess it's a deal.
You think there's another Impact star?
I was getting ready to say the forbidden door has been opened. Who comes through the door other than Mickie James?
Oh, shit.
Moose?
Oh, who comes through? Oh, who comes through that forbidden? Do you think so? That's what I was gonna say. I was saving this. Is there somebody that shows up from Impact that goes in the Rumble? Is there somebody
I personally don't think it's going to be a lot of surprise entrances.
I don't think it's me,
because it wasn't last year.
Let down.
If you last 3 Rumbles, there hasn't been a whole lot of surprise entrants like they have been in the previous years.
Right. Yeah. The surprise ones are usually like legends. They're usually like
NXT or NXT members.
Or NXT. Yep.
Yeah, and everything is leaked now to the point where you can. So I remember back in the day when somebody used to show up and everything. It was kind of, now the AJ Styles one.
The total surprise day.
I got to admit, that's the first time ever I did not see that coming. Now, when he was done with New Japan, I know they was talking about the contract, but they said that was supposed to be to like in February or whatever. Mm-hmm. I didn't know. So when they turned the camera and the way they did it was horrible. I think they fixed it so they showed up the thing and Roman Reigns was in the ring looking. This dude came out. I was like,
yeah.
I was like.
That one was a shock. And remember when the Hardys came back at WrestleMania? Like the New Day was
Man,
on the
that
stage,
crowd went fucking nuts. Oh my
and then
god!
the Hardys came out, and I think they
Yo,
won the belts at WrestleMania, and the whole crowd
nine,
was like, delete,
look,
delete, delete, delete.
nine year old me was like,
That see, and you know what? Social media has messed up wrestling in that sense, dog. Like before social media, there were surprises. Like you didn't know what was gonna happen. Like when Y2J signed to WWF and he made his debut when The Rock was in the ring, there wasn't a whole bunch of stuff on social
there was
media
no
to say
Facebook,
Jericho
MySpace, or
signed
none of
this
that other
contract.
shit.
He just popped up and it was like, yo, what? You know what I'm saying? Or when the Big Show showed up, when he came out of nowhere and what threw Austin on the cage and the cage open, that kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
there wasn't anything on social media that was telling you that. They just showed up and
Now
it created that excitement.
Now TV shows are taped in advance. Well, they were taped, you know, pre-recorded back in the day. But we didn't know about it until we watched it on TV. That, you know, I didn't know personally back in the day when SmackDown was taking place on Friday or something, that shit was pre-recorded on Tuesday. So what I was actually watching was something that was already took place, but we didn't have spoilers back in the day. So I didn't know this was pre-recorded. Now shit was pre-recorded. Now then, when social media started coming up, now you can actually read spoilers, and it's like a lot of fans. Well, for a lot of fans that read spoilers, that lets them know, okay, well, I can skip this then. I don't have to watch it. Like Impact Wrestling, they've had their spoilers for the next month. Mm-hmm. So I haven't read it. I've read the spoilers, but I'm like, I still want to watch. That's not gonna stop me from sitting there and watching. I'm like,
listening the Rumble special when it comes to spoilers, because like if it's WrestleMania and they're like, oh, AJ Styles versus Edge is WrestleMania, I can dig that, because now I get to see how that's coming together. We get to see on Raw how it formulates. Oh yeah, they said it was going to happen, but for the Rumble, it's different, because one of the aspects that made the Rumble so fun to watch was the whole. Is that? Oh snap! Is that the gobbledygooker? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it was the whole surprise element of certain superstars, or the fact that you can't really predict this one. You can kind of, but it's so many entrants and so many wrestlers that it's a scramble, and you're like, oh snap! I didn't know they were going to win.
Yeah.
When it gets down to the final four, yeah, but.
So you think the Forbidden Door? You don't think it's going to be that too much for a Forbidden Door? You don't think it's not?
Let's see. Hold on.
It's not going to be moment after moment after moment after moment. You know what I'm saying? It'll be maybe 1-2 moments at most, but it's not. You know, if people got their hopes up for a whole night of surprise, they're gonna be let down.
They're gonna be disappointed. I don't think you're gonna see a moment where Lita is gonna. You know, well, we know Lita's gonna be there, and I know Trish Stratus. I know she's probably going to make an appearance.
That was my baby back then, man.
See, for the women's Rumble, it's more of you can have a surprise. You have a lot more surprises in the women's Rumble, because it's not.
But Charlotte Flair opened her fucking mouth and released half of the Summer. What? Let me see the names. Summer Rae,
legend,
McCool,
WWE legend.
I'm like, so why would you let her come on air and say all these names? Why don't they just be? I'm like, well, fuck it. Now we know half the entrants now in the Royal Rumble.
Hey, let me play devil's advocate real quick. What if none of those names is in the Rumble? In the Rumble,
who's left?
Who's left?
They released the whole bunch.
21. Hold on, there's 21 and 30 entrants have been
announced. Take off the current wrestlers off that list, right? How many is left?
Okay, so you take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Right. The list of 21 now is. So the list of 21 has gone down to what, 7?
Down to 7.
Right. So now, take off Lena, because we know she's gonna be here. Take off Mickie James. Now who do you got?
You got Michelle McCool, Kelly, Summer Rae, Nikki Bella, and Brie Bella.
You can count the Bella Twins out. They're not coming back.
They said they were gonna be in the Rumble.
I
don't think they show up in the Rumble.
I don't.
I saw somewhere where they said that they were going to be. I think it was Nikki that said it.
They're going to be in the Rumble. They wouldn't come out and say it. They didn't.
Even if they do, that's Nikki. Summer Rae might do it.
Early.
That's only like 5. There's only really like 5 people that she really spoiled.
And over to NXT, Io Shirai,
right?
Raquel Gonzalez.
And then you got 22, 23.
Mandy Rose.
You got maybe 5 people from NXT, I would say. Probably
Let's do
about 5
Mandy
or 6.
Rose, Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai. Give me 2 more for NXT. The skateboard chick.
What about the
skateboard chick?
The sleepy girl that's always in the in the onesie.
No. Give me 1 more for NXT. Kaylee Ray.
Kaylee Ray.
Okay.
Kaylee Ray. There we go.
Or
Kaylee Ray's gonna be in the Rumble.
Or the women's champion Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I said her name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Kaylee Ray, Mandy Rose, Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, and then I can't name the skateboard chick. I forgot what her name was. I say them 5.
The skateboard chick.
The one that was in when they did the War Games. It was Io
Oh,
Shirai,
Dakota
Raquel
Kai?
Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray.
Dakota Kai?
You can put Dakota Kai in there.
Oh,
you talking about Dakota Kai?
Oh, Dakota Kai.
You can put her in there.
Yeah.
That could be your 5 right there.
Hold on.
Instead of
That's
skateboard.
That's not skateboard chick you talking about? Dakota Kai?
No, I can't think of her name. Motherfucker shit.
It's not Shotzi. Nah, you're not talking about Shotzi Blackheart.
No.
Shotzi has been on the roster.
She's on SmackDown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a minute. It's gonna come to me.
Was she in the last War Games?
Yeah, she was in War Games. I can't think of her name. Cora Jade.
Oh, okay.
Cora Jade. That's her name. Just came to me. Cora Jade. The one, the skateboard chick. The one that came, she fell off the top of the cage. They said she dislocated her shoulder and shit like that. And everything like that. So I think she might be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. So, but Raquel Gonzalez could be asleep, well, not to win it, but she could be somebody to throw somebody over the top, and that could be the pending feud that gets her on Raw or SmackDown. And then another name we left off, Asuka.
Oh, yeah.
Asuka is supposed to be coming back.
Yeah.
She's not my pick. She's not my pick for the winning, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she'll win it,
Alexa
but she'll
Bliss.
do some damage in there.
I think Bianca Belair or Alexa Bliss.
I'd like to see Asuka and Bianca Belair have a match. Ooh,
I can see Alexa Bliss winning because she's supposed to be coming back.
Alexa Bliss.
She's supposed to be coming back, right?
I think it's Bianca. Yeah, she's back already. She's just doing.
Oh, she's back now.
Wait
Okay.
a minute. What if she come back to the Rumble with the goddess gimmick?
Wait, with the what gimmick?
The goddess gimmick.
Oh, when she was the
Imagine before she went to this crazy chick. What if she comes back as the goddess? And what if she come back on Raw again as the Fiend? We were like, so what the fuck happened to the other one? That would be kind of dope, right? If
Like split personality kind of thing. That would be,
and then come back on Monday night. Come back on Monday night. So I'm like, so
hey, it worked for Mick Foley.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
The
See what I'm saying?
3 faces of Foley, Do Love, Mankind.
The faces of Alexa.
It could.
The faces of Bliss. Oh, sure.
You might be able to make it work, dog. That would be pretty dope.
Yo, D, you onto something, fam. That shit would be kind of dope if she came out as the goddess, got eliminated, and came back.
Because she got what? The goddess, the fairy, or the sparkly cheerleader. She got the fairy, the goddess, when she was Harley Quinn, the Fiend, and she got something else. I forget what she was. She was something else. She got a gang of like persons. She's had like 3 or 4 like different incarnations.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of dope. So, all right. So
or hold on, or she keeps getting thrown out, and she's like 4 entrants.
So when she get thrown out as the goddess and then come back as
That's
signed
what
up.
I said. Then she come back. Yo,
It's
I know
possible.
Because
They may have to fill some of them slots, man, because as far as having how many ladies in that Royal Rumble, there isn't really.
Because I don't think Naomi's going to be in it. I don't think Sonya Deville's going to be in it. I think there's some girls that just not going to be in it.
I don't know. Sonya Deville got some pool. She might try to do that manager shit, but I don't think she's in it.
That's the kind of she's like in a manager kind of role permanently now, right?
Yeah.
She's the new McMahon.
Do y'all see Kofi Kingston doing some wild shit like he always do every year, jumping from the ring to the table to the audience,
to the steps?
Like
yep.
To the steps.
I mean, he jumps on Biggie's
Naomi.
back. He jumps on Biggie's back.
Naomi did the same shit last year.
They gotta have Naomi in the Royal Rumble because she does something crazy every year too.
You're right. I forgot she's the spot dude. She's the spot dude for
like
Kofi Kingston on the women's side.
Yeah, like Shane McMahon when it comes to jumping off stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always count on that. You can always count on him jumping off somehow.
Speaking of which, they said Shane McMahon might come to the Rumble.
Well, and he might be there until WrestleMania.
That's another rumor match for WrestleMania.
Him and Austin Theory, right?
Austin Theory versus Shane McMahon at WrestleMania.
Vince McMahon must love Austin Theory. From what I'm hearing, he's high on him.
Why is he pushing Austin Theory so? I've never seen Vince this much on TV since like the '90s, man. I'm like, I don't know. He's a big fan.
I miss Vince McMahon TV personality. Like everybody talk about it about the wrestling.
Old school,
man.
Let me old school, y'all. Vince McMahon used to do commentary.
Dog.
Y'all don't know, way back in the day, before Corey Graves, before Michael Cole, before Pat McAfee, before anything else, Vince McMahon was on commentary. If y'all remember, y'all old school WWE fans.
That's when he was hiding the fact that he owned the company.
No lie, I'm watching Royal Rumble 1994 right now. Like I'm streaming some of the Royal Rumble, so I'm watching that one right now. And once it came out that he owned WWE and then that whole screw job with Bret Hart, that whole Mr. McMahon character came, and when he said Bret screwed Bret and all that stuff, and it was perfect timing because you had Austin that came in, who's the rebel, and then you put those two together. That in my book is probably the best rivalry that I've been alive to see. Because every week you tune in to watch this dude beat his boss up, whether it's fill his car with Corvette or beat him up when he's in the hospital, hit him in the head with a bedpan or put a fake gun to his head, watch him pee himself.
Let's all be honest, y'all. This is not even from a wrestling fan's perspective. How many of y'all want to whip y'all manager's ass? Y'all have one manager that you just want to be like,
dude, I was in the Navy in those days. I wanted to whip everybody's ass.
See, there's always that one manager that you had at some point that you just don't like, dog. And you can watch Stone Cold and you can kind of imagine yourself just beating the snot out of your manager, and Stone Cold was able to do that, dog. And that
also, think about when he was doing that, all that shit. When you think about, here's the scary thing about that time in wrestling. You got Austin McMahon going on, right? But what else you got going on? You got Rock. You got Triple H. You got Mick Foley. You got
the Undertaker.
You got Undertaker. You got Kane. You got Edge. You got Batista. You got early John Cena. You got fucking young drughead Jeff Hardy. You got fucking you got, oh my God. And then the tag team division. Like, it was like, okay, because like, right, you look at SmackDown right now, right? The Roman Reigns storyline is bananas, right?
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, you just stand, you're like, all right, man, I'm gonna watch a little bit. You know, what Roman Reigns doing? And it's like, nah, but it's like you couldn't turn Raw off. You like, yo, I came to see Raw. I came to see McMahon. I turned this on to see McMahon Austin. But wait, who's this dude with the sledgehammer? And what the hell is the dude with the shit?
There was so many personalities.
Wait, why are they trying to chop off this man's penis? Like, what the like,
It's like, yo, and then you wait until after commercial break, and the next thing you know, you got a dude coming down with 3 or 4 hoes talking about the whole train.
From Edge and Lita having live sex in a ring.
Yo,
like, damn, like we really lived through this era.
You know what another problem with wrestling right now is, and the reason why people are having problems with it. It's like when you had that era, because you had the cruiserweights, you had all these belts, but each belt had a different style attached to it.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Like each belt, you wasn't seeing Austin doing her Karanas or top 8 Suicidos off, you know what I'm saying? But you turn on the heavyweight, Roman Reigns, so is Bobby Lashley's diving out the fucking ropes. Roman Reigns is diving out the ropes. Seth Rollins diving out the ropes. It's like, okay, what I see why they got rid of the Cruiserweight belt. What special can they do?
Hey,
like, you gotta damn near kill yourself in the Cruiserweight division.
Cruiserweight division was lit.
Which one?
But the problem is
WCW Cruiserweight division.
Yes.
Juventud Guerrero. Psychosis.
That wasn't the most lit cruiserweight division of all.
La Parker, Eddie Guerrero was in that thing for a while.
Chris Jericho, Billy Kidman, Chris Jericho.
No, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc. I'm telling y'all, 1996. That match is one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in my life.
To this man, he knows
one of the greatest matches I've ever seen.
You had Conan, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko. Like, they was even part of the little mini cruiserweight division for some odd reason. Like, you had Jericho. You had what is
Billy Kidman was
Billy
Kidman.
You
They
know
even had a
that
cruiserweight
star
tag team.
They had
had
Super
cruiserweight
Colo, my
tag
dude
team
Super Colo that had the
championships.
backwards hat with the glasses on. I know y'all remember.
Yes. Y'all don't know cruiserweight.
But
The cruiserweight division was crazy back in WCW, man.
And WWE tried, and WWE knew that they tried so hard to create their own
They did the light
WWE with
heavyweight
Taka
division, which
Michinoku
was
and those.
they had a good one. They had a good one for a little bit though. They had a good one a little bit.
It
Problem
was
is
okay,
a little bit,
WWE
but
don't like to build a fucking roster.
yeah,
You can't keep having the same match every goddamn Monday.
right. That's the
That's
problem
the
that's
problem
going on
now.
now.
Like, you
Yep.
got to have
But
and that's why I'm telling
WCW
you. That's
made
why
the
you got to watch
cruiserweight division feel
AEW because they got so many people. It's never the same match.
But the cruiserweight division felt special in WCW.
It did. It did.
It wasn't
felt
a
real
side
special.
show. It wasn't a
Man.
side. 205 Live is a sideshow.
Yeah.
WCW
matter of fact-
cruiserweight division was a part of it.
They're still WWE is still trying to replicate that success in some kind of way, whether it's with 205 Live, the cruiserweight belt, because they knew how much magic that cruiserweight division had, bro. You know what I'm saying? All the talent. It was crazy, and that's one thing WCW had over WWE that
Listen, WWE. If y'all are watching this, hire me. I'll come right for you. I'll turn this shit around. You will have the number one show
Apparently,
on
a few
daytime
years
and
ago,
nighttime
when
television.
Vince, Stephanie, and Triple H all were in the ring, we're gonna give the fans.
They need
what
some
you
new
want.
young blood in there. You know what I'm saying? That can get the best out of who they have, because I think like they want things the way that they want them. That was cool 30 years ago, but now you got people that bring different things to the table. You got to find a way to utilize what they're good at. Not I want it this way, and if you can't do it this way, then XYZ. Like, nah, you can. You got talent. You got to find a way to make it work.
You know the first thing I would do? I go to each wrestler like create a move set and go talk to everybody else to figure out what their moves are. And you got something in your move set that they got in their move set. Somebody better take something out. Everybody needs a different move set.
Mhm.
I need if Seth Rollins is doing top eight suicidos, then somebody better flip the fuck over the you know what I'm saying? Like that's the whole problem. Like
if you're doing a power bomb,
if I see
can't do a
another
power bomb.
fucking super kick,
Yeah. Everybody doing a super kick, man.
I'm
You
finding
right about
every
that,
super
man.
kick.
Jeez. Everybody, the whole roster does super kicks.
man, I'm finding every super kick. I'm $10,000 every super kick.
well, you don't see no power drivers in WWE because they banned that one. But AEW has just went through the roof with doing power drivers and shit.
Come on, man. If you protect the person well enough,
That whole all situation, man.
Man, that shit still scary as hell, man. When I saw that shit, man.
I watched that the other night, boy. Whew.
Yeah, but you know what? What makes me mad though is the fucking 619 killed a man. Like he's still fucking kicking niggas in the head.
Yep. What he hit like the ropes and then like fell over and then didn't come up for the actual kick part. Yeah. I mean, those accidents are going to happen.
Accidents happen.
You know what I mean? It's like football. Football is a contact sport. You can't eliminate every single physical part about football because it's not football anymore. And so when it comes to wrestling, you can't get rid of every single worry. You know, things are going to happen.
That's why they always tell you don't try this at home, but there's still going to be one dumbass that decides they want to go onto the top of a ladder.
Bro, don't try to act like when you want little, you want doing them wrestling moves on your cousin or your younger sibling if you have them. We was all doing DDTs.
Done it to my friends growing up.
That's what I'm saying. I was delivering sharpshooters in the back of the classroom, dog, in Brandon Middle School. Right before social studies.
Y'all sit there and put a sharpshooter or anything like that. Don't sit there and tell me wrestling's fake. You let somebody put a figure 4 leg lock on you, and then I want you to feel how your knee is twisting.
Figure 4 hurts, bro. It hurts when you fold over and then you put
fold over
that leg on your kneecap and you push their kneecap. Dog, I'm telling you, the figure 4 hurts. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's not fake. That's real.
Listen, hurts. When we was in high school, right? DJ Domino and my homeboy, they were having an argument, right?
I know where this is going.
So my man chased him out the house, caught him down the street, and all I seen was him turn him upside down to a pile driver position and pile drive homeboy on the cement sidewalk. and I ran in the house and locked the door. Like I ain't seen nothing. But no, another thing, DJ Domino, I put that dude in the sharpshooter. That was my move. I can strap. I was diesel with that shit.
He tall as hell, ain't he?
Yeah, he was tall, but he was skinny. He was skinny back then.
Well, we find the tallest dudes to put the submission moves on.
I'm like, because their legs.
You felt special then. You felt special then. You wrap them legs up.
Yo, your short ass, you can't do it to a short dude.
And then you take the other hand and bend back towards.
If I get your legs strapped, once I step over, you ain't do nothing. I get them legs strapped. Oh, it's nothing.
It's over. No, and you know what move also hurts too? The walls of Jericho, old school style, where he put his knee, where he like the side of your neck is twisted and he got the knee down there too.
That is what we call the real wall of Jericho. That shit he's doing now ain't nothing but crap.
That's all it is.
Yo, a submission move hurts.
Shout out to the model Rick Martel.
Legend.
Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate is a move they do in UFC.
Yeah, Hell's Gate. The crippling crossface.
Where you got it from?
Crossface.
The crippling crossface. Who did the crippling crossface?
Player one.
No, it's to a point where you try to create my man in WWE and everything got banned. You couldn't scan his logos. You couldn't scan his face.
Yo,
you would get banned offline.
He passed away. Yo, what's fucked up? WWE when he passed away, they did this whole dedication to him on Monday Night Raw. But when they found out what happened,
they're like, "Our bad."
This motherfucker got deleted from it. Yo, I remember that shit so much. I was like, yo, he was taken off of everything. Once they thought, I was like, these motherfuckers did a whole dedication where motherfuckers was crying.
And it was like, what dedication? It was like, what dedication?
Yeah, we miss you, Chris. We miss you, Chris.
And
then the next day, oh shit.
And when you say that they got rid of him off everything, he's not lying. They got rid of him off everything. Like if you looked at the WWE network at the time, if he was supposed to have a match, like they'd have their name, Chris Benoit versus Juventud Guerrero. You would go up there and it would say Juventud Guerrero in a singles match.
Imagine being in that room and find out what happened. The awkward silence. We were like, oh shit. And then the bad thing about it was you can't do anything because the shit already aired the night before. You can't pull it off a TV.
Oh yeah, you can. Now it's archived. You pulled that shit. You can't find that episode. What episode? This was like, what episode? What you talking about? Who?
Chris who?
Chris
Jericho.
Chris Jericho? I love that dude.
No, he's
Chris Humphries.
You don't even. You gotta YouTube his match. Just find his ass.
That shit go. Hey, on WWE.com. On WWE.com, that shit can go from Chris to Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho versus Player One for the Continental Championship.
Christopher the cameraman.
Look, they showed on the network on Peacock. It's just Jericho fighting air.
They digitally took him out the
Eddie Guerrero out there hugging nobody.
Why is that belt floating in the air?
Why is that belt floating in the air?
Like, who is Eddie Guerrero hugging at the end of WrestleMania, dog? Why is he sitting there with his arm around nobody?
That was fucked up. I laughed my ass off when they found out what happened the next day. WWE real careful with that. Now, if anybody dies, wait a minute. What? How'd he die?
They gotta find out what happened first.
Yeah, how'd he die? Okay, we can do a dedication show. That's fine. We can do a dedication show. That's fine. Yeah.
Like when Owen Hart passed away, there was no controversy. Like people saw what actually happened. Like when the people that were there and the commentators and all that stuff. So like you knew what went down when Owen Hart passed away.
That cameraman was like this. Oh shit! I was watching it. That shit said.
All right, real quick, y'all, before we wrap this up. Favorite Royal Rumble memory?
Oh wow.
Mine, actually, I'm looking at 1994 right now. Mine is I would say casket match with The Undertaker and Yokozuna when it took like 10 people to stuff The Undertaker in the casket, and then they're wheeling the casket out. The casket starts smoking. And then you see The Undertaker pop up on the big screen, and my man, says something. He starts floating. He starts floating above the screen. Dog, you can't tell me because we're probably about 10 years old.
10 years old. You see this shit.
And you see that, it's like, yo, this man is floating, you know what I mean, above the video screen. So that moment sticks out for me.
The most protected man in wrestling.
All right, D, what's your memory, man?
Oh man, it's a cross between like Flair winning for the belt
92.
because I like the fact that they had the belt up for the. And it's not the fact that Flair won it; it's just the fact that I like the fact that they had the belt up. It seemed like they were fighting for something.
Yeah,
I think they should do that more often. And I think also Brock Lesnar lasted when he put up that he was the champ and he was in the Royal. He started the Royal Rumble. I thought that was dope.
knocked him out.
Yeah, huh?
That was a huge moment.
I like that with
John Cena appearing at the Royal Rumble. I think it was 2008 when he had just got surgery. And I remember when they did 3, 2, 1, when
he came in like this.
Triple H's face.
It was at MSG, right? I think it was at MSG.
Yep, sure was.
Mm-hmm.
He came out and was like
Triple H's face was like.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yo, that'd be the most. Cause see, that's another thing. I mean, social media was there, but at the time, though, we didn't know because we no one expected John Cena to come back because I think he had a significant injury.
People need to stop
showed up. I think he won the Royal Rumble there
oh yeah,
too.
I think he has he won. I think Stone Cold's still the only one that won 2, or
yeah,
Shawn Michaels won 2, didn't he?
I thought it was a couple people that won 2 by now.
Wait a minute, Stone Cold's won 3, ain't he?
Yeah, he won.
I think also, yeah, and I think
Stone
Shawn
Cold's
Michaels won 2.
Royal Rumbles.
I thought John Cena won 2.
I think Cena's won 2.
I thought he won 2. Like he had two joints.
I think Cena.
I think it's 2.
Does I know it's not at the Royal Rumble, but does when Batista thumbs down Randy Orton, does that count? Because Randy Orton won. Oh no. I'm thinking of when Batista won the Rumble and went after Triple H.
Oh yeah. When they were Evolution, I remember.
Like, and Triple H was trying to get him to go after SmackDown champ so they could be champs together.
I remember that.
I remember that episode. Of
like, it's you, my man.
I remember that, dog. I was rooting for Batista hard. They played that out nicely. That whole storyline, they played that out
Batista beat the shit out of Rey Mysterio.
My favorite, you gonna think I'm wild. My favorite Batista is wheelchair Batista.
He talked to him before he did it, though. He was like, I'm gonna hurt you, Ray.
I'm gonna hurt you bad.
I'm gonna hurt you real bad, Ray. I'm gonna hurt you. Ray was like, no.
What could you do?
Ray.
No, Rey Mysterio been getting violated, man, for a long time.
That shit was hilarious. The way he
talked. Wait. So there's another plot to this Royal Rumble.
All right.
The Mysterios is in that joint.
What if the sun turns?
I'm waiting for Dominic to turn on Ray.
See what I mean?
I'm waiting for Dominic to.
They've been playing it like Ray. They've been playing it like Ray could turn on Dominic. They've been playing it like Ray playing on throwing out Dominic.
Somebody gonna turn on somebody soon.
Let's turn Ray heel.
I would love to see it.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. I can't. When was the last time he was here?
A little midget just run around kicking people in the head. I would love to see that. An angry Rey Mysterio? That shit's hilarious.
I don't even think Ray was ever a heel in WWE, was he?
No,
I don't think he's ever been a heel.
He's never been. Ray has never been heel. Ray had a heel turn. Well, he had a short heel. He won't even consider a heel when he was with the Filthy Animals.
You know
when
when
he came unmasked. Fucking Ray looked like he's 15 years old.
Like a little kid.
San Diego, California, like baby.
12 years old. But
you know what they should do with Ray? They want to turn him heel. They should just have him come out one day and he got on all red and black. And all you hear is doom, 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 doom. And they can just start the Wolfpack all over again.
Wait a minute, did they buy the rights to have they bought the rights to that?
They own WCW. They own everything WCW had the rights to.
NWO and Wolfpack.
They own both of the NWO. They own all that shit. They could do it if they wanted to.
That was one of the nastiest themes, though. I love that theme song, man.
Now you gotta make me go find it now.
Ray Mysterio forms a new Wolfpack. You know how many eyes would be on Raw?
Wolfpack was my guys, man. Wolfpack were my guys, but it just seemed like
were you black and white?
It seemed like everybody was either Wolfpack or black and white. They should have kept that WCW element in there and they had a lot of people in the NWO, to begin with. When you had NWO Japan with Masahiro Chono and all of them, it's like
when they started doing
Scott
the
Norton.
LWO and the LWO and the NWO, red and black, and you had
too much.
You had the oddity the one with head and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they just came out with a WO for everybody. I was like, yo,
it was too much. They had the BWO and ECW with Blue Meanie and
that's the one I was talking about. The BWO.
Stevie Richards, yeah.
Hey, while y'all sitting there, I actually came up with an idea for a show. This is gonna be another show that we're gonna do. It's gonna be a special edition show. Let's do, and it's been Sean. You can get on this show too. We're gonna do it, and I got a great idea for a show. We're gonna do. Let's switch wrestlers from each generation and put them in different matches. Like imagine if they did Money in the Bank with Stone Cold, Triple H, and The Rock. Let's imagine that. We're not gonna discuss it. We're not discussing. That's gonna be our next show.
How you gonna dangle
roles?
How you gonna dangle fruit roll-ups in front of people and not expect them to eat it? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I want y'all to let that simmer.
We'll pause another 2 hours on that one right there.
Yeah,
it'll give us some time to think about it.
Let's think about it. We can let something off the air and everything. We can, because that'll be something that we can sit there and think about in regards to what matches would you have liked to see that they have now back in the day, or the matches that they had back in the day now. Like, of course, you see, because with it's the nostalgia, like the War Games. Yeah. You got the War Games, everything. Like, or who would you like, if you did War Games on the main roster, who would you like to see in War Games on the main roster? Or if you were like, just different aspects. Like
the Iron Man match. You know what I mean?
Who would you like to see in an Iron Man match? Who would you like
Cesaro and who else? I think Cesaro would put on an Iron Man match. But that, like you said, that's a different show. Different day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll do kind of a let's switch it up
a
little bit. Like,
know that
Cesaro versus Bret Hart. Iron Man.
Oh yeah, we can do like old school versus new school. Like, what would be a match that you would want to see?
All right, we can do that.
We can definitely.
I'm definitely on that show.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll definitely. Just let me know when y'all trying to do it. I'll make it work.
All right, fam. So we are done for the night, man. Good show, man. Of course, we're gonna wrap this up. Like I said, Royal Rumble this coming Saturday, the premium live event, pay-per-view event, whatever you want to call it. This Saturday, 8:00. I'll definitely give y'all I'll post the results on the Wrestling Talk Radio Instagram page. Make sure y'all like that page. I'll also share it to the Twitter page as well, Facebook page. Make sure y'all go like all that. And I appreciate y'all liking the page. Leaving the comments or whatever. Now, if anytime y'all want to be on the show, let me know. I'm always throwing out invites to everybody because I'm a wrestling fan. I don't care if it's WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor, who gives a shit. I am a wrestling fan all day, every day. I love talking wrestling, old school, new school. I can chop it up. So anytime you want to be on the show, just let me know. You can message me on Facebook, whatever, and everything like that. Down. Yes, Royal Rumble coming up. Also, before I leave, shout outs to Fuego Beast, WFSB 91. Definitely check him out. We got new shows coming. So, Sean, thank you for coming on. Appreciate you for the first time. Hey, don't let this be the only time you come on.
I appreciate y'all having me, man. This was fun, and Keith, me and you, we always talking about wrestling, so this ain't nothing but just a normal conversation. Just like we usually do. So this ain't nothing out of ordinary. I appreciate it. And it was nice meeting you, D. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to find a way where we can all chop it up, whether it's on your platform, D, whether it's on Keith's, your platform, or y'all can come over and chop it up and talk some boxing with me, man. So we definitely going to make it work.
Hit me up. I love talking sports. Like boxing, basketball, I don't care.
We ain't gonna talk about football.
We can definitely do that.
Talk about football and
I don't want to talk about football.
Football is still a sensitive subject right now.
Me and Sean, we're going through withdrawals right now because of the past 2 weekends.
That's why it's good to be a Chargers fan. We ain't never even get there.
My withdrawals is like the past 25 years. I'm a Cowboys fan. I've been let down year after year after year.
My withdrawals have been the past 5 years.
I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's rough, brother.
My withdrawals have been the past 5 years.
See, at least y'all have
you ain't had nothing to cheer about since Aiken.
See what I'm saying? Since I was like 8 years old.
Ooh,
I haven't had anything
I
to
don't
cheer. I've
want to
been
talk about
let down
football.
for
I want to talk
25
about.
years in a row.
I want to talk about basketball now. We can move basketball. We can talk
the
about.
only thing
I
worse
talk
would
about
be
football.
at least you got, at least
But
take
I
solace
did
in
win.
this.
Hold on,
At
wait a
least you got a
minute.
Redskin
Hold
fan.
on, wait a minute. I will brag about fantasy football though. I won not one but 2 championships, and Dietrich was a part of
cheated.
both leagues.
You
And
cheated.
Sean, I beat Sean by 1 point
You
in
cheated.
the first annual, as we did.
You
We
do-
did the Wrestling Talk
Dog.
Radio,
You had
the Wrestling
inside
Talk
information.
Radio Fantasy Football League. I beat Sean by 1 point. Let's go. Wait a minute. Let's discuss this real quick. Sean had, who's your running back?
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. Sean only needed 7 points to beat me. No, well, you in the lead, right?
No, you were in the league, but we were pretty much
I was in both
knowing
leagues.
that I was
in the
going
league.
to
I was
win.
by 6 or 7 points.
Yeah, we already
no,
knew that I was going to win.
Nick Chubb. All Nick Chubb needed to do was get 7 points.
He didn't
7
do
points.
anything, bro.
7 points.
All I
Nick
wanna
Chubb
say-
only got 5 points.
I just
Bro.
want to say you lucky Derrick Henry got hurt.
Yeah.
You lucky Derrick
I
Henry
won
got hurt.
that league.
I
He
was
was going
killing.
off.
And then
I
Dietrich
was
got
killing
mad because I
7 weeks
won
straight.
America's Most Wanted. I won 2 fantasy league championships.
But I was telling him, I'm like, yo, it's not over yet. Knowing my luck, something is going to happen, and I'm going to not end up winning, even though all I need is 7
My
points or
heart
8
dropped
points.
when Cleveland got the ball on the 1 yard line, and I thought Baker Mayfield was going to hand it off to Nick Chubb, and that would have put the championship in Sean's hand. Play action fake. Baker Mayfield throws to Njoku for a touchdown.
And the thing is, they had Johnson in the whole drive, so I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. And then the goal line comes, Chubb is in there. Oh, play action, passing touchdown. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo,
play
I saw
action
the
fake.
pain. I saw the pain.
Browns didn't get the ball back, and I won the fantasy league championship by 1 point.
I was hot, man. I can't even lie. I was
We had
hot.
fun though. We had fun.
That's my luck.
Hey,
Definitely.
I'll be back next year.
Yeah. Come on back, man. If y'all want to play fantasy football, come on back, man. We definitely we wanted y'all. We want y'all in the fantasy football league, man. Definitely, we had a lot of fun this past year, so we definitely we're gonna run it back. We definitely gonna run it back next year, man. So I had fun with that, man. So thank y'all for that and everything like that. And hey, hopefully this weather does well. And you know, Sean, I told Sean and Brian, I'm like, look, if y'all can make it over on Saturday for the Royal Rumble, come through. And everything. Hopefully the weather is all right and everything. But like I said, if it's not, stay home, watch it from home, and everything like that. So, but anyways, any last shout outs you want to give, Dietrich? I know you got your Holly Street, man. Tell you people about the Holly Street.
Hey, like I said, I love this podcast, love this platform. February 8th will be the next episode of the podcast. Like I said, it's going to be the Valentine's Day episode, so put your suits on, light a candle, get real cozy, because I'm about to get real romantic on that one. I'm just lying. That's not even in me. No, it's a Valentine's Day episode, and we're going to get raw. The mix is going to be live. It's going to be music bumping. It's just just tune into the Holly Street. It's a party every time we do something. So, shout out to all the Holly Street. Subscribe to the Facebook page, Instagram, Holly Street 96, Facebook page, Holly Street 96. You can find it on all your streaming DSPs. Anywhere you get your audio podcast from, that's there. And yeah, man, thanks for having me on the show. Peace.
Yeah, shout out to Trevor as well. Hope you get better, man. And DJ Domino, also shout out to you and everything. Dietrich Fuego wants to talk to you about some shit too.
Man, tell Fuego I want to get on the show.
Yeah, definitely. We'll talk off the air in regards to that, because I know we were talking about doing some collaborations and stuff like that.
Word
up for that. Sean, go ahead and plug your page one more time for the people. Let them know.
Excuse me. Yes, sir. Your boxing fix. So we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, working on the YouTube part of everything, but it's all together. Your boxing fix. Like I said, add me. I'm gonna start going live a little bit more, just to talk like the current state of boxing, favorite past moments of boxing. So feel free to holler at me at any time. Like he said, as far as him being a big wrestling fan, I'm a big wrestling fan and big boxing fan. So I'm always down to talk boxing with any and everybody. So yeah, y'all more than welcome to come through and holler at me.
And I'll share your page too when I post about the show and everything. I'll share your page so everybody will know about it. everything like that, so they can go like it and everything like that. So definitely, I'll look out for. We gotta do the exchange, man, because I know I gotta get you one of your shirts, and I know I gotta get you.
Yeah, I got one on now, but this is one of the old ones. This is the old logo, but you saw I dropped the new logo on New Year's, so I'm gonna have new hoodies. I gotta get
you a Wrestling Talk Radio shirt, man. I'm trying to look into doing a store and everything.
We're gonna do a brand swap.
Yep. Yeah, let's do it. I know we talked about that before, so
I gotta get a T-shirt. I feel left out.
Hey, grab your T-shirt. We'll all do the swap, man.
I gotta get one. I've been meaning to get the Holly Street joints. I got to get the logo license. But yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, Sean. Wait a minute. I gotta give a lot of gratitude to Sean because Sean actually introduced the guy. Y'all see this? Sean. I told Sean I needed the logo. Sean said, "Hey, my man wants to take care of you." What's his name? Is it Mark?
Marcyville. John. Shout out to Marcyville. Yeah, from Chicago. He did a couple mixtape logos for me or covers from back in the day. And I still kept in contact with him. So when Keith said, you know what I'm saying, what he was doing and everything, I said, look, I got the right guy for you. And yeah, y'all were more than, y'all made it work.
He's responsible for the logo, y'all, that y'all see. He's responsible.
I'm going to have to get that number from you.
He's
looking to upgrade the logo.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
He said this. My man took care of me, man. He said, he said, what he got a vision. I actually have this one, and then there's one where you can see the ring in the background that I use for like other purposes or whatever like that. But my man hooked me up. This is the logo. Y'all see it, man. So definitely, and get used to it because you're gonna see it everywhere.
Yes, sir.
So, anyways, on that note, y'all have a good night. Enjoy Royal Rumble this weekend. And if you're in an area where it snows, please stay safe. As always, what we say at Wrestling Talk Radio, we're not just wrestling fans. We're wrestling fans. Until next time, y'all. Good night.